Hello, hello, ladies and gents. On this week's Episode Zero's podcast, we're going to be talking about Superman coming out as bisexual. That is John Kent, not Clark Kent, mind you. Dave Chappelle's final Netflix special, The Closer, Squid Game, the Batman trailer, finally, and so much more. So sit back and relax, get your friends, and enjoy the show. This motherfucker right here.
Dude, that was actually kind of awesome.
What, the intro?
Yeah.
Have
That was a good intro.
Have you seen the intro before?
No, I usually join late or
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's the intro for the channel.
I thought I was gonna be late, but I
Can
forgot
we-
that I'm on Central Time instead of Eastern Time now.
no. Whenever I join, it's usually like 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and I thought I was late again because it's almost 8:30, and I was like, man, did I already miss like the first couple of discussions?
No, you didn't miss anything, dude.
No, yeah, we just started late. Anyways, hey, how's it going, everybody? I am Josh. With me tonight, we have Luca Blight here. We have JC down there, and Jesse Goku.
What's up from Geeks Five Ever?
Yeah, boy.
I just want to point out something. Like every stream, I'm eating something. So can I, like every stream that I'm on, can I just do like, hey, this week's podcast, whatever, is brought to you in part by.
Well, I mean, every podcast
this week
I'm
we're
with Josh in, I'm drinking something on in my crow cup, so I can sponsor alcohol.
I'm driving back to Houston from Dallas, and it smells like weed big time out here. So today's podcast is brought to you by the smell of, damn, that's some good weed.
Dang, it's stank in there. I got that dank.
Disclaimer: this stream is actually not sponsored by any of these. Officially speaking, that is.
I can actually sponsor this right now.
Any weed companies want to sponsor us? Hell yeah!
Gas
But we
pipe,
must
follow us.
test
I'm out of
the
the milk.
product. Before we
Oh.
can endorse it, we got to test the product.
There you go. Live testing.
That reminds
Live
me,
testing
now
of
that I'm out of
product.
the military. Now that I'm out of the military, I can actually legally smoke weed now. So,
Hey, there you go.
Let's go.
That's awesome.
Oh my! No,
No, I just want to get this out there. Just like, no offense to any military official, because like God knows you guys are like freaking superhumans, whatever. It's doing the impossible, serving your country. Hoo ha! So it's like whatever the saying is for like general saying. But either way, I feel like once every single militant person or whoever's in the military like gets out, retires, whatever, just go hit up a local smoke shop and just smoke the fattest blunt you can get your hands on. Like honestly, because you deserve it.
try to be friends with Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, and not to mention, I feel like scientifically it would like, and not to mention like scientifically, I think that would bring the PTSD levels down. I want to say,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I can
provided it
imagine
doesn't
that.
complicate any like medical conditions they have. I definitely jive and agree with what you're getting at. I definitely
What
agree.
was
Yeah,
what was your job and
smokable.
what branch were you in?
United States Air Force. My job was maintenance analyst. Basically, the airplanes fly. The maintainers and pilots tell us what the problems and whatnots they have in our system. We document how many times this problem happens. We tell the commanders, hey, this problem happened X amount of times. They did these solutions. This solution works better than these other 4 solutions. So go with this solution. And if they don't go with the solution, you're going to have the problem again. Kill the
so basically, fucking lots of math.
math and analysis and blah blah blah. I have 12 years of analytics, and my dad's fiance has like got me basically a foot in the door of working for this IT company where I'm going to be making 6 figures a year. I just need to submit my resume and say that she recommended me, and I'm good to go.
Well, kids,
Damn.
when you think algebra isn't the answer, sometimes it is.
Yeah, fuck
Yeah, because you don't want to end up as infantry in the army or the Marines.
I feel for the infantry guys because, like, yeah, they're trained to kill people, and then when you get out of the service for being trained to kill people, who's gonna fucking hire you?
It's like, hey man, you're in the army, right? You're infantry. What'd you have for breakfast? Oh, I got shot at, so yeah, it was a good morning.
But there are companies and entities that hire veterans regardless of their regardless of their job or whatever. So there is hope for people.
You killed JC.
Yeah,
Wait,
just
what?
before anybody watching the stream, before you decide to join any branch in the military, just make sure you research it.
Heavily researched. Yes, heavily
Yeah.
researched.
Don't listen to the recruiter because
god!
Recruiters will bullshit you. They won't lie to you, but they will stretch the truth.
Oh god, I can
Well,
remember.
they bounce the line between lying and not lying. They either omit things or they stretch the truth.
not when they were trying to, not when they
visited my high
not when they
school
were
for that
getting me
shit.
to sign. They were like, "Hey man, you want to be rich and in movies? Fuck yeah!"
I mean,
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
my recruiter didn't lie to me. He just fucked up the paperwork, and then this fucking old ass man, which I hope to God he's dead because he was a fucking asshole, was getting on to me like it was my fault that my recruiter fucked up, and I was like, dude, I want to punch this old ass bastard in the face so goddamn hard. Anyway, sorry for my language, but I'm sorry that dude pissed me off, and I see
Sir. Watch your fucking language.
Hey! I heard squeaking. Do that after the show's over. I want to hear yourselves mangling.
I want to punch him in the face.
There you go. All right, get back to the podcast. All right, let's go.
Anyways, that's your villain backstory. That's your villain origin story right there. But no, yeah. So for this week, we're gonna have quite a few topics. Most of them are gonna be about DC fandom. So buckle up for that shit show. Anyway, so JC, you were talking about before the show something about Eternals.
Oh yes. So I think it was today that I saw the news regarding it, but it's either today or yesterday. Eternals pre-order tickets are actually blowing numbers out of the Black Widow and Shang-Chi pre-order tickets for opening night. So that, honestly, for me, that's like a lot of expectations are going into Eternals, and I'm definitely one of those people who are looking forward to this movie, especially in IMAX, because that's the only way I'm going to see this movie.
You heard what they said. You heard the announcement though, right?
Which
what
one?
announcement?
They were supposed to get a second Spider-Man trailer during Eternals.
That I did not know.
Yeah, everybody's been talking about it all over YouTube.
Well, then someone's gonna do it. It's okay. When you put it like that, either one or two things are gonna happen. One, obviously, people are gonna go see it and watch Spider-Man, the No Way Home trailer, and then leave. Or two, they're gonna leak the trailer or put the trailer online the day of when the movie comes out, and no one's gonna give a fuck about the movie.
I mean, I have almost zero interest for the movie, and I mean, I'm gonna give it a chance, but I've got no interest or emotional attachment to the movie right now. Like, it's
shame on you.
It's a meh. It's been a meh production for the entirety.
Okay, well then again, you are a casual, so I mean.
Damn!
Sorry, bro. That's the filmmaker in me calling you out. I'm sorry. What I meant to say was, you fucking filthy casual. How dare you talk shit about this glorious movie that's gonna be blowing your fucking mind out?
Sergeant, we got shots fired. I repeat, we have shots fired. Red alert on this here premises.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be dodging them bullets all night long. No,
I got plenty of ammo.
Some shots last night and catch my drift.
Okay.
No, I don't know. It's the
Okay.
the marketing of the movie has just been really mediocre for me. People keep saying it's gonna change the face of the MCU, and honestly, I just don't really see how that can happen, but I have to actually see the movie to understand.
If I may interject, can I try to persuade you on why it would probably change the face of the MCU?
Why?
Okay, so I think I talked about this like a couple of podcasts ago when they were talking about X-Men or whatever. But the theory is because Eternals are coming into play, they're basically the ones that've been there since the beginning of humanity's time on that universe plane, right?
Uh-huh.
So when they came to Earth, they basically taught the humans or the cavemen or whatever time period they landed. They landed on Earth, and they taught them how to garden, how to wash, how to water stuff, how to make water, or how to get water, and cook and whatever. Like they taught them how to clothe themselves, how to make clothing, whatnot. And then like, okay, yeah, we taught you everything we know. We're gonna bounce, whatever. And humanity since then took it from there. But there's the thing though. There's that one clip in the trailer, and I think it's an actual full clip now, where there is a beast-like thing that comes out of the ocean water and tries to attack a human, called a deviant.
Yeah.
So keep in mind that this is me talking from like watching X-Men Evolution and just knowing X-Men lore. Apocalypse, he's the very first mutant.
Mm-hmm.
And the mutant gene actually came from a galactic being or the Eternals in this case. So who's to say that the Eternals actually did set up the mutants during that time period? And the deviants are the ones that have that gene, and somehow the humans got a hold of that gene, whatever. Therefore, making the X-Men, or therefore making Apocalypse. Everyone's saying that the Eternals are setting up X-Men.
It's a possibility, but I still think the X-Men are going to come from another universe. I don't think the universe of the MCU or of this world has mutants.
Okay, so based on what Josh just said, is this something that's going to change the MC universe or the MC cinematic universe?
Like the MCU, like the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Okay, in that case, I would have to disagree as well, because when you think about the first Avengers film from 2012, like no other superhero film has been done like that. But if you were going to talk about like just the MC, like the Marvel universe in general, and they're establishing like how the mutants got their powers in the first place through Apocalypse, and Apocalypse got it from some alien entity, then I would be like, okay, that would be groundbreaking stuff. But if it's MCU, like the cinematic part of it, then I'm going to have to disagree as well, because I don't think we're ever going to get something as groundbreaking as the first Avengers film.
Just a quick pause on that. Jesse, we're getting massive echo feedback. I don't know if you can do anything about that.
Is
I don't
it
know.
still echoing?
Let me see. Testing. It is, but it's just softer.
Okay, I turned down my volume.
Okay. Can you hear us?
I can hear y'all. I mean, I have to really like focus though.
I don't know. We'll try it.
Yeah.
No, it's fine.
Well,
it's fine. I only have one hand anyway, so fuck it.
Oh my god! Please drive safe.
Oh god. Okay, where were we again? Oh,
well, before you go back, can you hear it?
Yeah,
Is it better?
It's more manageable now.
Okay, because I had my headset all the way.
Fine now.
Okay, because I had it turned up all the way. Maybe it was just picking up the sound.
Yeah, probably. It was picking up the feedback. Yeah,
it's a lot better. It's a lot better now.
Yeah.
I was gonna say they've kind of already established the humans with powers that would have been mutants in the second Avengers movie. They were calling them enhanced. They were calling them enhanced.
Yeah, and then we have the Inhumans TV show, which is no longer canon, along with all the other shit with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., which is not canon.
Yeah,
Plus,
the reason being because Kevin Feige.
Right. But if the rumors are to go anything by, we might actually get an introduction of the X, not the entire team, but of some indication of the X-Men in the Doctor Strange movie in the Multiverse of Madness.
More than likely, yeah, because
Yeah.
James McAvoy is like rumored to be in it.
A lot of
who
people are. No, yeah, this whole entire phase is multiverse centric. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if previous actors from other movies would be in it.
Honestly, it's like it kind of seems a bit lazy in my opinion, but it works because it's like, oh, it's a multiverse. You know, basically anyone of any version of any universe can come into play to the main like cinematic universe.
It does seem a little lazy, but it's they're kind of working what they had and now have at the time. And what I can see them doing, they're probably going to pull a DC. If anybody saw the Arrow Flashverse, the Crisis on Infinite Earths,
yeah.
Oh God, no.
At the end of it, they combined Black Lightning, Supergirls, and the Arrowverse all together. So now they're just one shared universe.
Yeah.
God.
So I can see the MCU doing that.
No, because it's just like, okay, I'm thinking of it like this, okay? In the regular Sony Raimiverse, you know, there's no Iron Man, there's no Captain America, there's no Wolverine, there's no X-Men. It's just Spider-Man in New York. It's literally just he's the only superhero in New York with like a shitload of villains coming after him for like, okay. And then you got the X-Men. Okay, well, correct me if I'm wrong, but like, where the fuck is Captain America when Logan was in World War II? Where are the Avengers?
Taking a nap.
It's like X-Men exists, but also the Avengers don't. So when they try to combine all that shit into one, if they are gonna go that route, it's for me, it's gonna be like a giant fucking headache because it's like you gotta go back and watch all the X movies, Spider-Man movies, Daredevil movie, or if they ever bring Ben Affleck's Daredevil into this bitch, but I doubt they will.
They're not going to bring Ben Affleck's Daredevil, but they did officially announce that they are bringing Daredevil back in one of the shows. I think it was I forgot the girl's name. Daredevil
Jessica
himself
Jones.
won't be in it, but the side characters like his best friend,
Electra, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage.
No. Remember his law firm buddy?
Yeah,
and
Foggy.
Foggy.
Foggy and the other girl, the reporter girl, they're going to be in one of the MCU shows.
Oh shit.
That'll be interesting.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
This is official. This is all official. This was announced about a week ago.
About a week ago.
That's interesting.
Oh, and it is a soft reboot, by the way. They did mention that this is going to be a soft reboot. So some of the stuff from the actual Netflix show, like it's 50-50. 50% of it is canon, the other 50 isn't.
I mean,
Which
that makes sense. It's Netflix produced and not really not officially part of the MCU. So I mean,
I doubt it'll be as graphic or bloody as Netflix made it out to be.
Probably, yeah.
Because Disney is not going to pull that out except with Deadpool 3. There's no fucking way they're going to pull that out.
Yeah.
I agree.
Like, because let's be real. When Falcon and Winter Soldier, the minute that a U.S. agent was like decapitating the shit out of that one enhanced soldier, that was literally their limit. All that blood on that shield, that was their limit. That was literally the line.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's pretty dark for fucking Disney, especially for them to go that far. I mean, who's to say they won't try again?
Well, yeah, man, because you got to keep it kid friendly because the kids are the ones that are really you're gonna make the most money off of.
Man, fuck them kids.
Exactly. Fuck the kids. Kids aren't the ones that are buying the merch.
Look, kids are the ones they're the ones buying the shitty toys at Walmart.
Excuse me. I'm the one that's buying the shitty toys at Walmart.
Hey, look. Them kids can have like the shitty ass cartoons. They can have them shitty ass Disney tunes, like Spider-Man and His Amazing Friend shit. Because I saw like one episode of that bitch and I hated it.
I thought you were talking about the Avengers show that was actually pretty good. I was like, I like
No, not the ones that are made for like kids that are like tween or teenagers, whatever. I'm talking about like the baby kid shit. They can have them.
Yeah. Oh, fuck those shows. Fuck those kids.
Like, mommy, why is Captain America being rude? Like, it's like, son, shut the fuck up. I'm trying to live. I'm trying to witness
live
history.
a little. Damn.
What was my original point? Oh yeah. I completely forgot my original point. Which was that I'm not looking forward to the Eternals, but I'm gonna go and give it a chance. I think that's the only real thing that we can do, like most people did with Guardians of the Galaxy. They didn't really know anything about it, but they all went, gave it a chance. And now everyone loves it.
Oh, speaking of which,
honestly,
just off topic, really quick, just putting it out there. Spirit Halloween or Party City, one of the two, they have a King Shark inflatable costume from the James Gunn directed Suicide Squad.
Well, I know what I'm doing.
Sorry, didn't mean to add that, but because it's James Gunn, I was like, oh my god, I need this in my life.
I need that so I can just go around and people just saying nom nom.
Nom nom. No, I'm just gonna go around to different cosplayers and be like, "You dumb friends."
Just going around holding up a fake mustache on my snap, be like, fake mustache.
I was actually gonna do that. I was gonna buy a shark mascot costume and put a fake mustache and be like, "Nobody knows it's me."
Take it off and play down, and be like, "It's me.
It's me.
It was me the whole time.
It was me.
Honestly,
it was me the entire time."
But just to agree with Josh here, I'm really I'm gonna watch it, but I'm just really not too excited for it. Like maybe it's gonna change my mind like they did with Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
Better to keep your expectations low.
Yeah, it really is. I'm also looking forward to Heroes, hopefully kicking the Celestials' asses. Because Celestials are assholes.
Yeah, it's kind of a shitty move based on the trailers that we saw. So yeah, they were around during the Thanos incident. So what were y'all doing, huh? Just sitting around scratching y'all's asses, being like, let's not get involved.
No, those are the Eternals. I'm talking about.
I thought we were talking about the Eternals. Fuck,
no, I'm talking about the Celestials, like the big red dude in the trailer.
You know what? Fuck them too.
No, it's pretty much the same being for why Captain Marvel wasn't involved for any Avengers movies.
Money.
She's been around since the 90s. Like, what the fuck? It's like, oh well, Earth has a response team. Captain Marvel is responding to the planets that don't have a response team.
I'm actually surprised.
Shit.
What?
I was gonna say I would have been talking so much shit to her if I were an Avenger. I'm sorry. If Thanos had invaded Starbucks, your ass would have gotten here a lot quicker.
Damn. Oh shit.
No, not Starbucks. Space Starbucks.
Oh, Space Starbucks. Oh. They get
Star.
those coffee beans. They get those coffee beans from Space Columbia.
Which is located
Space
in
Cuba.
Brisbane. Go
Space
Space
Cuba.
Broncos.
Bro, have you ever had that Mercury pumpkin spice?
No. I haven't had that. Sounds like it's not legal.
It's not.
Probably not. I'm more surprised that she hasn't really aged a day from her movie to Endgame, because it's 25 years. You would think
it's that Kree blood, bro.
Space Botox.
It's that
Kree. It's that Kree blood.
I think it's because she has the weird shit that gave her the superpowers, and it's making her not
never
age
seen one of those in person.
You okay, bro? You tripping?
I'm confused.
I'm at Buc-ee's, and this guy has one of those swamp boats. I've never seen one in person, much less Texas.
Buc-ee's, a Texas Walmart.
Oh, you have to stop here to appease the Texas gods.
Oh no, yeah, it's mandatory. If you see a Buc-ee's, you just got to stop at it.
It's a rite of passage. It's literally the Texas rite of passage.
It really is.
You don't want another winter storm like last year.
No. That's why you go twice.
Actually, hey, so hold on. Let me actually backtrack all the way back where like you were saying like mutants can't be in. I actually want to say this right now that the actor, if anyone has seen Black Widow, the actor who played that one like tall grizzly motherfucker that was going against the Red Guardian in the prison where he's doing the arm thing and he got his like his fucking arm jacked in half. The actor came out when the movie came out and said, "Oh, I can finally talk about this. I'm actually playing a mutant."
Yeah, and my response, I've seen that multiple times, and my response to that is, until we actually see mutants, he's playing the character that is a mutant in the comic. He's not an actual mutant. Until we actually see the mutants in the actual universe, not pulled in from another,
Yeah,
from another,
because
from
like
another.
honestly, dude, like they need to explain. They need to have some cosmic level explaining as to why people have not known what mutants were up until like this exact second. And I hope they don't pull like, oh, because they didn't exist until the snap. I'm afraid that whatever they come up with, it's going to be lazy.
No, I honestly am leaning towards the idea of that they're going to introduce mutants where it's like, oh, well, we've been here the entire time. We just don't want humanity to like know about us. They're going to try to pull off like this whole Black Ops team shit.
Which I'm not all about because that is kind of lazy.
That is.
I mean, how
lazy.
else? I mean, it's the only logical explanation.
Because what about the parents that have mutant children? Like, did they explain why they never went public with it? Were they paid off? Did somebody
like in this universe? It would make more sense if the mutants came from another world that had mutants, because in this world we don't see any mutants. Like, yeah, the X-Men could have my top theories are the X-Men haven't yet formed. Xavier hasn't made his X-Men school yet, or
Wolverine hasn't met Captain America, or Wolverine was there during the Captain America's time, but he was just like keeping
in a
his
different
distance.
Yeah, they could have been stationed in different parts of the. They could have been fighting in different parts of the war. I mean, it's kind of like the whole fighting in a war. It's kind of like, and this is probably the shittiest way to compare it to, but it's kind of like being a Mexican. You know, it's like just because we're from Mexico doesn't mean we're all from the same spot. We all go to same church.
Pretty much.
Or we have the same restaurants. Like, oh, hey, you're from Mexico, then you must know this person or know this place or.
It's like, bitch, so I'm Mexican, but I grew up in Wyoming.
Oh, okay. Well, you're American, right? So that must mean you know every person in this country named John.
Yeah, we had a convention 2 years ago.
Oh, wasn't it last year when they had the big fight?
It was last year that we had the gathering.
That was for the Joshes.
Yeah. I'm not a
That's
Josh anymore. A child won that title.
No, you're a Josha now.
That Josh, that kid Josh was superior, honestly.
True.
He was a
I don't
god.
know. I'm glad I didn't go to slap the shit out of that kid. Be like, it's my crown.
You would have gotten so much fucking hate, bro. Oh my god.
Anyways, yeah, we can move on from that. There's so many different variations of that argument that can actually be an entire episode on its own. But
you know what? Let's just hold off on the argument until Eternals drops. Let's hold off on that.
Exactly. That's
because I feel like Eternals is going to give out more information than what we expect. So
hopefully. Let's just pause that information until the movie drops. Moving on from Marvel, let's go into more Marvel. Shut the fuck up. So this is actually not official news, but this is just more rumor news. The Spider-Man
Into the Spider-Verse.
Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse has a rumored title, which is Across the Spider-Verse.
Okay.
You say
Yeah.
rumor, but it's an official. Hold up.
No, it's a rumor title because I haven't found any official sources for it.
Smart ass. Oh, but we do know for sure that the '90s voice actor of Spider-Man is going to be in it.
Mhm.
Oh fucking hell, yes.
Yeah.
And I stress this again. I want my boy, fucking Hobie Brown, Spider-Punk, to be in this movie. But hey, Spider-Punk
No,
for
yeah,
bust.
yeah,
No,
I'm
I'm sure
very
it's
much looking forward to this movie. I hope that with I hope that with the opening of the multiverse in Spider-Man No Way Home, that this movie has something to do with the overall MCU. Like, I hope they have some sort of little
I doubt it.
credit cameo or something like that.
I doubt it because there was supposed to be a scene where Tom Holland's Spider-Man was supposed to be in Into the Spider-Verse, but they took that out completely because they didn't want to overfill the Spider-Man cast.
Yeah,
Which is like understandable because the minute you say that Tom Holland's Spider-Man is in this movie, it's like, oh shit. Well, that means that, oh, this movie's canon to the MCU, and then it causes a whole fucking headache, which is like, no one has time for that. But Venom already did it, so.
Yeah, I was going to say Venom did it. Watch in the actual Spider-Man Tom Holland movie, they go through a universe where he's like, why am I a cartoon?
that I can see them do. I want the
Whoa, Mr. Stark, you won't believe this. I'm a cartoon.
They need to bring in Spider-Man.
I was talking to my friend about the Japanese Spider-Man. I'm like, if they don't, they need to bring him in as well. The emissary from hell.
Right.
With him and his Megazord.
Spider-Man.
The best cameo in No Way Home. Spider-Man. Yes.
And the crazy thing is, like 70% of the people in that theater will not understand.
Oh no, they won't. Except the mega nerds, they'll be jizzing out their mouths.
Didn't you just get called a filthy casual earlier?
Yes.
So you're not a mega nerd, sir.
On Eternals, maybe not.
Spider-Man. I don't know.
Shut the fuck, man.
Yeah, I don't know shit about Eternals.
Oh yeah. Do you remember that moment in comic issue number 39 back in 1973 in Spider-Man? Huh?
And that's where being bilingual comes in handy, kid.
No. But honestly, yeah, I'm very much looking forward to like seeing what they're gonna bring into Spider-Verse 2, because again, there's like numerous amount of Spider-Man they can borrow from. They can even bring in Man Spider if they wanted to.
Yeah.
There's so the thing is they can bring like everybody and Peter Parker's grandmother into it. But is it gonna be, you gotta keep in mind that you don't want to overstimulate the audience.
Yeah, like we already know we're getting 2099. We're getting Miles Morales back.
Miguel.
Getting Spider-Gwen back. So yeah.
Wait. They're adding the 2099 Spider-Man to the
Spider-Verse
movie?
Yeah, that was the end credit scene of the first movie.
Oh, I didn't see that. I didn't think there was a post-credit scene.
Bro, it's a Marvel movie. It pretty much.
You know what? I was watching it and Kingpin looked like a fucking Xbox Series 1. So I just kind of stopped watching it after that. I was like, I'm done.
Dude, have you seen the meme where they actually put Markiplier's head on top of it, and it's fucking hilarious?
What? No, I didn't.
Hold up. Let me look it up real quick.
I actually saw that that Microsoft is releasing a Xbox Series X mini fridge.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to
$100.
Okay.
Stupid.
I'm actually gonna let me see. Share. Yeah, look how fucking cursed this is.
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ.
Oh damn.
They took a snippet from a heist with Markiplier and they freaking like green screened that bitch onto Kingpin's head. I'm pretty sure they just like blackened all of that. Like they pretty much blackened all of this right here. And they're like, here, Markiplier's face. Bam.
Wow.
But yeah.
That's hilarious.
Good old Bucky.
Nice. Okay, anyways, I don't know how to transition from that, but anyways, so one of I really don't know. Anyways, one of the main topics that I wanted to talk about is the fact that last week we had a new issue of Superman, Son of Kal-El, which is John Kent, the son of pre-New 52 Superman, the original Superman. And the story came out is that John Kent is bisexual and is in a relationship with a reporter. And everyone on the internet is going fucking nuts. In the wrong direction. In the wrong direction, by the way.
So forgive me, and I'm gonna say something first. Forgive me for but when I saw, okay, I was like, they're like, Superman is now bisexual. I was like, and I saw the picture. I'm like, that's not Clark. He's way too skinny to be Clark.
Yeah.
Then I saw it was John. I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. Whatever, I don't care anymore. Because I just like, who cares if he's bisexual?
Mm-hmm.
He just happens. Like John Kent. John Kent just happens to have the mantle.
Superman?
He's a new character into the DC Comics universe. Like
he's an original character.
He's an original character. Like these like old school comic people have been like, you know, we want you guys to do like original characters, yada yada yada. And you know what? I was behind them when they said that because I'm like, yes, don't change the original content and alter it to fit social norms for political reasons or social norms. But doing this. They're doing exactly what you want them to do, and you're still bitching about it, which tells me you weren't sincere in the first place. So, to the people that were bitching about that, like, fuck you. You're just there to bitch and make. You're just there to bitch and moan, whine, and complain.
It's just like it's when remember when like female Thor, Captain Falcon, like Captain America Falcon came out, and everyone's like, why are you doing this? Why you gotta make Thor female? Why you gotta make Captain America black? And I was like, oh wow, like. It's not even like the same person. It's just a mantle that's being passed down.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're low key being racist and like sexist, but like, oh boy.
When they said, remember the rumor that Michael B. Jordan was going to be cast as Clark?
Yeah,
in one of the movies, and people went nuts about that too.
Yeah. Michael B. Jordan is Superman in an upcoming movie.
Like, I'd rather not him being Kal-El Clark Kent. I would rather him be the actual like in comic character Black Superman, because there is a Black Superman existing in the DC universe.
I think that's who he's supposed to be.
Yeah, well, I think he was. They didn't say that he was going to be Clark. All they said was that he was being considered to be casted as Superman. Now, which there are two Black Superman. There's Earth 02 Superman and there's Earth 32 Superman.
Yeah.
02 is he's the cousin of Clark from Krypton, and 32 is he's Clark.
Yeah, that's the thing we don't know about yet. But
I would rather go the cousin route.
What I will say though is, and this is like, I don't even need to do research to tell you this, is that like when they do characters like this, and I really want the original creations like John Kent here. I want like an idea of him to succeed. That way the LGBTQ people get their superheroes, they get their representation. I want them to have what they want. But because of the stigma attached to just all the bullshit that's been going on prior to this, sorry, story's not going to sell well, because you have all the toxicity affiliated with how certain elements within the comic book industry has handled these things. And it's unfortunate. I hate to see it. I really do. I want them to have their heroes that they can aspire to be like. That way they have their representation and all that stuff.
Like, they tried to do this at Marvel with like team that was supposed to be I forgot what their fucking team name was, but they had like characters like named Snowflake, Safe Space and fucking like the son of Morbius.
Oh yeah.
They tried
I know
this
exactly
shit.
what you're talking about.
They tried this shit, and I even was like, "Oh hell no!" I'm all for diversity. I'm all for exploration of like new characters
Yeah.
to represent
Mhm.
that side of humanity. Like get your representation. Whatnot. I'm all for that. But this is not the way to do it. This is
No, yeah,
like
that,
don't take like terms and apply them to actual superheroes and make it seem like it's a good thing. That's like I feel like that's
And-
wrong.
it was completely forced too.
It was completely forced.
And my other issue, and I'm sure this will come up in the whole Dave Chappelle topic that we're going to cover, is that like you can't guilt people into agreeing with you. You simply cannot do that shit.
You really can't.
Yeah,
You
Twitter
can't- if you want them to agree with you or to understand you, communicate with them, talk to them, give them your perspective, but don't make them feel like they're the villain. Because if you make them feel like they're the villain, they're going to lash out and tell you like, "No, you're wrong. Fuck you."
Right.
I'm sorry. Like you can't guilt people into agreeing with you. It simply will not work.
Social media is the downfall of humanity.
Like honestly,
truly
good for
is.
you, John. Like if I was to like talk to John Kim and be like, hey, you know what, good for you, man. You realize who you really are. Good for you, man. I applaud you. But the people who are like just straight up backlashing this shit, it's like, bro, fuck off.
For real. Yeah, I agree.
And those people don't even do their research on the subject
really
either. They just like, oh, Superman is bi, Superman's gay. Well, must be the Clark Kent, so fuck him. And fuck
It's
these
literally
things.
mob
so-
mentality.
Yeah. Yeah, you're talking about the headline chasers. I know who you're talking about.
Mhm.
I know who they are. I'm not going to say their names on here because I know you're not trying to start a vendetta or whatever. But I know who they are. And I've seen their videos, and I'm like, you're wrong. You've been bitching about this shit for I don't know how many fucking years now. But now that
Mhm.
they are actually coming out with the original character, you're still bitching, whining, moaning, complaining. Guess what? You're just as bad as the people you were calling out in the first place. So, fuck you.
I was just gonna say the people that I've seen getting mad lately have been like the church goer people.
Well, they get mad about almost everything.
Wait,
Yeah.
wait, the who?
Yep.
The
churchgoers.
the extreme
The
church
extreme, they like the
Oh, the
bad
even-
side of
The,
Christianity.
the evangelicals get pissed off about everything. Like, what else is new? Like, the sky is blue. Evangelicals are pissed off. It's another day in the universe.
Yeah,
Pretty
yeah. Speaking about people getting pissed off. The let's talk about Dave Chappelle's final Netflix special.
Hold on, guys. I'm gonna get off for a second because I gotta pay here at Bucky's.
Okay,
All right.
you want us to hold off on that or keep
I'll
going?
pay with. How much? I'll
Okay.
pay with my card. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm still here. Sorry. Wait, can y'all hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we can hear you.
I can hear you.
Whoops.
Can you buy me some Skittles?
Yeah, I got you, homie.
Well-
Yeah, that's fine.
We'll pause for just a second.
Okay,
I'm
yeah.
sorry,
I'm sorry. I actually
want
have a lot to say about that whole Dave Chappelle thing because honestly,
I do too.
I think
I
it's,
do too.
Luca, I'm
Like,
sorry.
I-
Did I just see you squeezing an Among Us squeaky? Is that an Among Us thing?
It's an
Yes,
Among Us wiki.
That is completely not
thank you
sus.
so much. You put this in the. Sorry, it makes it a little easier for me.
What the fuck?
What the
God.
are you doing?
Okay, I can't see anything, so all I hear is squeaking sounds and somebody saying, "Are you squeezing something?"
It's an Among Us squeaky plushie.
Hold on, wait. I want to try some. Hello. We have been trying to contact you about your car's extended warranty for quite some time now. To respond to this message, please press 1. Otherwise, wait for the tone.
That's
My
just
cat-
pressing one on blast.
My cat's over there looking at me like, "What the fuck are you doing? What is wrong with you?"
Anyways,
Sergeant Whiskers.
are you talking to your cat?
I'm talking to my cat. Yes.
Yeah, kidding.
Whiskers! Whiskers, come say hi to the camera.
I'm Lieutenant Dirtbag and she's Sergeant Whiskers.
Nice. Okay, yeah.
I can be a dirtbag now because I'm not in the military anymore. So yeah.
So yeah. Dave Chappelle's final Netflix special. People need to fucking chill.
Yeah.
People need to chill.
So I've only heard bits and pieces about this. Apparently, he's talking about transgender roles or something.
No, watch the special. You'll understand much better than what I'm about to say. But for his entire career, Dave has been hated because he's been misquoted about hating transgender people when in fact that is not the case. So in this episode in his special, it's basically a love letter to a friend of his who died because of people hating on her. And him just being absolutely pissed and upset and in mourning about that.
So I actually still have yet to watch the special before that one.
Mm-hmm.
But I really need to sit down and watch the stand-up special because I know that Dave Chappelle is like talking some real shit in his specials nowadays.
Oh yeah, he's not
like
holding back.
And I appreciate that. Honestly, like most comedians nowadays, they're like trying to hold back, trying not to offend their audience, whatnot.
Yep.
But it's like, what's the point of comedy if you can't even laugh at yourself?
That's one of the things I have here is that the entire point of like stand-up comedy and comedy in general is to push lines, push the boundaries to the point that it alleviates the stress of society, alleviates the stress of like COVID, the economic situation, the wars in the Middle East, geopolitical bullshit between the United States, Europe, Russia, and China, all that other crap. But it's also to make people informed and aware of these issues. It's meant to entertain, but also inform. But you can't really do the entertain part anymore because people get offended by every little fucking thing you say because they can stretch it and take it out of context. Which is why when we were talking about the John Kent thing earlier, certain outlets were taking it out of context, saying that the new Superman is gay. It's like, no, it's Clark Kent's son. It's not Clark Kent himself. It's just his son, and his son's a new original character. And if his son's bi or gay or whatever, who gives a fuck? It's let them have theirs. We have ours. It's fine.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
It's not affecting your life. Get over it.
Yeah, and the whole thing in this special is that he's clearly saying he has massive respect and love for the LGBTQ and trans community, even though he's been misquoted and misinterpreted many times throughout his life. And
I was going to say, Sergeant Whiskers has appeared.
Mm-hmm.
Sergeant Whiskers.
And
no, but that's the thing about. Well, before you continue, I'm sorry, but like that's the whole thing about Dave Chappelle. Like he's never held back. Even during his show, he made fun of all races. He made fun of black people. He made fun of like the stereotypes, man. Like he literally enforced that stereotypes are something to be laughed at but not practiced. It's just like where the fuck did we stop believing that was funny versus like now, because it's just like I want to so I didn't watch the special, but I saw pictures from it, and based on what I saw, I'm not trying to sound like racist or anything. Well, the reason why I'm also saying that because I'm not white, I'm Latino, but I saw like a picture of these two like white ladies.
Oh yeah. Uh-huh.
And they didn't fucking smile. They didn't fucking laugh. They didn't.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Yeah, they. No, yeah, I know exactly who you're talking about. They probably just got offended.
They went there, dude. They went there already. They went there with a fucking purpose, dude. Like just based on their fucking faces. Like one of them, I was like, bro, you should have stayed home first off.
Oh yeah. I know exactly who you're talking about. They showed them a couple times.
I'm sorry, but a lot of these shows, especially, I'm not trying to look. You have a lot of comedians. George Lopez. You have Fluffy. You have Dave Chappelle. You have comedians that are fucking way worse than them. You have Bill Maher, who's like on a different fucking level.
Mm-hmm.
Louis C.K.
Right? You
Yeah.
have
George Carlin. George Carlin.
George
Imagine-
yeah,
fucking
you have
Carlin.
him.
Imagine
Richard
him
Pryor.
being alive right
Richard
now.
Pryor. You have all these comedians, and when you watch one of these comedians and you look at their fucking audience, their target audience is usually the same ethnicity that they are.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But you do have other, like, that's the target audience. That's not 100% the audience. So
You know
when
what's a
he
good
makes
modern-
jokes,
But I mean, here's the thing: these comedians, they're not trying to offend people; they're trying to entertain them, but also educate them on social issues going on. But then you
Yeah.
have the outrage culture, or the cancel culture, if you want to call them that. I mean, by all means, call them that because that's what they're fucking trying to do in the first place.
Mhm.
Which, by the way, it's fucking weird that I have to agree with Fox News on this BS. Because Fox News is defending Dave Chappelle over the guys of freedom of speech, even though I know they have a political agenda behind what they're doing. But it's like the dude's a comedian. He's there to entertain people and also educate them through his comedy. Like the dude's smart. He knows what he's talking about, and
It's tactical.
He's not trying to make people feel bad about themselves or anything like that. He's just there to be funny, to entertain people, and to give them a little bit of relief over all the bullshit going on, whether it's COVID, economic crap, or the general state of our political system here in the States. Like, people need to get a fucking laugh and get a goddamn hobby. Like, fuck
You know, it's like
Well-
a good example of modern comedians now that still like tour and are loved by pretty much every single almost every single country in the world. Jeff fucking Dunham.
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Jeff Dunham. Like this dude literally has like a crackhead fucking peanut looking motherfucker, dude. He literally has he's got a black pimp that he rarely brings out anymore because of social issues at the moment, but he has a special that has like a whole thing about him. Freaking
Got
sweet
Akbar.
daddy. Friggin'
Does he bring out
Ahmed.
Ahmed anymore?
Ahmed the Dead Terrorist. He's still popular. Like he's a beloved icon. The minute that Ahmed made his debut and his special, I think Talk to Himself special, he was an instant hit. Like
Yeah.
even Saudi Arabia and
Ahmed
Pakistan, they
was
wanted him.
great.
They wanted him to come to their country, be like, hey, we want to see Ahmed. We want to see Ahmed. But like the freaking law officials, they were like, hey, you can't do Ahmed. They don't want that. It's like, are you kidding me? The people
Silence.
wanted to bring Ahmed.
And then
Because it's like-
he still got around. He still got away with it.
Yep. He found a
yeah, I
loophole, but it was pretty much Ahmed and op-ed.
Sorry, I'm interrupting you. I'm sorry.
No, go.
I was gonna say, like, if we actually cater to these people that want to censor, like the Dave Chappelles of the world and whatnot, or people that push the boundaries of societal norms and whatnot, like, you're kind of assassinating the entire purpose of what punk stood for as a music genre. What's that fucking band's name? But like, the societal norms is you're pushing the boundaries. That's what comedy was about. That's what music was about. That was art was about. It's what literature was about, because that's why you have the Renaissance. That's why you had all these other societal movements from going back to the Renaissance era all the way up to now, is they were defying the norm. They were defying authority. But now you have these loud minority groups. I'm not saying the LGBTQ group as a whole is bad. I think they represent, the grand scheme of things, the majority of them are good, decent people that just want equality. They just want to be treated like normal human beings like everybody else in the world. And yes, they are entitled to that, or not entitled to that. They deserve that. They are worthy of that. But then you have this loud minority that keeps bitching, moaning, whining, and complaining about stupid shit that makes no goddamn sense in the first place.
Oh, I agree with you, because there is a prime example of that shit. When they fucking made Super Mario Odyssey, there's a world where he has a poncho and sombrero.
Oh,
Really?
yes. Yep, I remember this. Yeah.
And
Wow.
there was an entire group of people that got offended. Like, how dare you appropriate their culture? And all the Mexicans are like, we don't care.
We love seeing Mario's our fucking homeboy. Like, are you kidding me?
Wow, that's hilarious.
Actually, one of us, like, when they asked me about it, like, so Jesse, what do you think about Mario wearing a poncho and sombrero? Like, finally some representation.
I mean, it's the same thing with the
like it's the cosplay I've always wanted.
Like, you think that, like, the Native Americans, like the majority of the Native Americans, like, from based on all the social media stuff that I've seen, like, majority of them don't give a fuck that there's a sports team called the Redskins. What they care about is the treatment of their land and being secluded to these reservations. Shit, that's what they fucking care about. They don't care about a sports team called the Redskins.
AKA,
but you got social normalized being like, I'm going to be the good old Samaritan and say that the Redskins is a racist fucking thing. Like, fuck out of here, you bitch.
As a Native American, I'm a quarter Native American from the Lumbee tribe. I'm not registered yet, but I'm going to be registered soon. But I just want to say, like, the whole thing about the land thing, yeah, we just care about that. We care about how the land is being treated, how nature's being treated as a whole. We don't care about, kind of care about like sacred headdresses being appropriated, because it's like that's kind of like our thing. It is kind of our thing. You can't go around screaming about like you really can't like do that. Like, if you're gonna be doing like cosplay as a Native American, just don't, because you're disrespecting the culture behind it, and then you're over here like walking around disrespecting it, and then not even doing the right dances, like the right tribal dance to it. Like, just stop. But more importantly, fuck Christopher Columbus.
You know what?
Oh, yeah,
now that you mention all that shit,
he was a genocide.
He's right. He's right. He's right. People, don't wear the North Native American tribal attire, and that's not a fucking invitation to wear Aztec or Mayan tribal attire either.
It's really not.
I better not see you wearing a fucking eagle head.
That's actually a thing.
AKA, everyone get off of North America. Give the Native Americans their land back.
Give the Native
Americans. Latinos are Native American, but in the United States we are not Native American.
I mean,
literally.
I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but you can't just evict 280 some odd million people off of a continent. Like,
to be fair,
are you gonna see all of us in Europe? Because that ain't gonna happen.
Look, I'm actually gonna like interject with this logic. To be fair, the white man, the Europeans, pretty much like. I'm just gonna say it. The white man, aka the Europeans. I'm assuming the Spaniards or whatever, but the Europeans. I'm just gonna say that the Europeans pretty much went to Africa and was like, "Hey, you look like a strong worker. You have dark skin. You pretty much can like survive the sun. Let's offer you some money." They don't pretty much like say, they don't negotiate. They say no. Okay, cool. Well, we understand. And then they just pretty much kidnap them and put them on a boat and force them to a land that they don't know. Yep. So, I mean, it's the logic there. It's kind of already been done before about 200 years ago. So if history were to repeat itself, but reverse engineering.
I mean, we're kind of juggling semantics here, but it wasn't 280 million.
I want to say something about the Dave Chappelle thing, because I have something. I kind of forgot what it was, but just to get back to the whole white, I'm getting back at the white man as we speak right now.
What did you do?
I'm over here. Mi gente, mi raza. I'm out there doing the Lord's work. I've already knocked up one white girl. That's how I got my daughter, Zelda. I love her.
Hey, you named her Zelda too. That's beautiful. Just like Robin Williams.
Yes. We couldn't agree because I'm Latino and she's her ancestral background is French. So she wanted to name her something stupid like Primula. I was like no.
What?
I'm like, first off, you're not naming her something French. Like, Mexicans and the French hate each other.
No, yeah, like, they pretty much
since when? There's a whole fucking day for it. There's
like, I'm pretty sure there was a war.
Yeah, there was.
Yeah. I'm like, Cinco de Mayo, ever heard of it? She's like, I thought that was Mexican independence.
No. Yeah. Oh my God.
French is bullshit.
Wrong, but correct me if I'm wrong, but the Louisiana Purchase happened because the French were tired of fighting the Mexicans over that particular area of land.
Yeah.
I explained to her, like, look, the French came in, they're like, we brought you snails. We're like, oh, hell no. Get the fuck out, dude.
I spit on your snails, amigo.
No,
Like,
but
you-
honestly,
you're
like,
seeing
I'm
Dora-
pretty sure,
no, but
the Louisiana Purchase was a political move by the French to say, like, yeah, we're tired of dealing with the Mexicans. Yeah, you Americans, this shit, it's all yours. Have at it. We're out because the Mexicans kept fucking up.
so the whole thing with Dave Chappelle, and I hate to say this because I'm all for free, safe space, being open-minded, accepting. I don't care what your sexual orientation is. I don't care what the fuck you do with your body, whatever. I don't care because at the end of the day, you don't pay for my bills. You don't put food on my plate. You're not my partner. I'm not gonna have a say. But I feel like there are some people out there, like, you cannot, like, I would experiment on my Facebook every now and then. I would take an actual popular anime that I actually kind of like and like, man, this anime sucks. And I get like 30 comments within the first 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Oh, you're wrong. You have bad taste. You're uncultured. And I will post on my Facebook, oh, hey, I just got a new job. I just got a promotion, a raise. 3 likes, 5 comments. I say My Hero Academia blows harder than a ShamWow and a hooker fused together. Next thing you know, I have 100 fucking comments and 30 dislikes.
It's fair to see.
I mean,
the fifth season was kind of shitty.
look, I will interject on that. Like, I will agree with you on that, man, because just like, it's not so much the anime or the manga or the series itself that sucked. It's the fucking fandom. They're stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, fan.
Well, I mean,
No, I love
fandom's
the anime.
always- What?
But,
the
like-
anime's good. The manga's great. I think the
Like-
only fandom I've interacted with and never had a negative interaction is, I think, the One Piece fandom of all places.
One Piece
I've
fans
never
are
had-
like fucking wholesome, man. Like
Yeah,
they've been there since like the beginning of everything. It's like they go through so much shit.
Since 1997. Like, yeah, they're
Yeah,
great.
pretty
I
much.
love them.
They
They're
at
great
this point,
people.
they need to be wholesome because most anime fans, if it's more than 300 episodes long, they've bailed.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I mean-
actually, I don't know if Jesse or I can't see her name.
JC,
It's
say
just call me
JC.
Jesse.
No. I see Jesse's name. I don't see the guy below me's name.
JC.
Oh,
JC.
Oh, JC.
Alright.
I will say that the Ruby fandom I've had mixed reception on. Like, Ruby Family, mostly positive. Your Rooster Teeth First fan page, almost 99% positive. But some Ruby fans I'm like, the parasocial shit is just getting
Look,
out of fucking hand.
As a representative of the Ruby fandom, I apologize on behalf of the great, like, wholesome, accepting Ruby fans. We do not acknowledge the minority of the Ruby fans that like use Monty Oum's death as logic for every fucking argument.
I hate
Oh,
them
I'm
so much.
sick of that shit. I
hate them
beyond
so
that
much.
shit. It's
Like, okay, look, it's like this. It's like, yeah, so it's gonna happen regardless. If the IP becomes popular enough, it's obviously gonna get monetized and put out there as advertisement, regardless of if it's like plush dolls, T-shirts, mugs, bumper stickers, whatever. It's gonna become monetized. But it's like, you can't sit there and be like, oh well, that's not what Monty would have wanted. Oh, if Monty was alive, he would do things differently. Oh, how dare you do this to his character? Oh, this probably wasn't even in the plan. Like, who the fuck are you to say that you were there when the
you
blueprint
actually
of
sound like somebody I fucking know, which actually kind of scared me a little. A little bit in the podcast.
But no,
Shit, dude.
I have to agree with you because I've seen people make those kinds of comments, and I'm just like, you don't know what the fuck Monty wanted. Who the fuck? Like, were you
No,
his
but,
best
like,
friend as a kid? Or?
He had the exact speech pattern. Hands like the guy always talks like he has a stuffed nose or food in his mouth.
And I
No,
mean, as much as I shit on Miles Luna, and as much as I sympathize with Kerry Shawcross, nobody knows what Monty wanted more than the two of them. That's what
yeah,
I'm saying.
they
Right.
like,
They
and
knew
that's the
him
thing.
better. They knew him and his story better than anybody else ever did or ever will. They know what the fuck he wanted.
And they'll be the first to admit it. They didn't know a shit thing about writing at all. That's why that's why the first season was like sort of mediocre, kind of bad-ish, but the second season was like tops better. Then volume 3 happened. It's like, oh man, this is like top tier fucking Ruby. Like now it's gonna climb this.
I mean, that's also why we didn't actually technically have a plot until season 4, which was a detriment to the show. But because Miles and Carrie were like new to the whole writing thing, I kind of gave them a pass. Even though I thought Volume 5 was dog shit, but there were a lot of extremities that happened as to why that volume was.
I mean, are there things in Ruby I personally would have changed? I mean, yes, logistically, yes, I would have changed it from a writing standpoint, only because I've been taught how to write a script and how to write in general. Because I've studied it, I've been to classes where I've been taught how to do so. I mean, I would have done that in a heartbeat. Like, I would have like changed the entire concept of like how aura semblances work in a heartbeat, like how they have it established now. That's how they should have been in the first place. But again, I would have personally changed that had, they had the knowledge, or if, I was blessed with the opportunity to be on the writing team, when it was whatever. But at the same time, it's like, you can't fault someone for trying to do the best that they can to the best of their ability. Because again, writing a show, it's a growing experience. It's like, okay, here you go. That's why pilots exist. You write the first couple of episodes and be like, okay, here it is. Here's the script. Here's what they got. Let's film it. All right, we done filming? Okay, cool. Let's put it out there. Let's see how the people react. They don't like it.
But that's the beautiful part of writing, though, because when you're writing something, you could already have like an ending set, but as you go through it, like everything changes.
Well, here's the thing: is that Miles and Luna, like they were the writers, they were the sole writers from I think it was volume 3 up to volume 6, and then volume 7 and 8 is when they brought on Kiersey and Rivas. And I think bringing
this slowly became a Ruby podcast.
Yeah, like Kiersey and Rivas, I thought were good additions, even though I thought some of the podcasts and some of the shit that they said on the podcast was dumb and they shouldn't have said anything. Also, I think Rivas needs to get off the Twitter. But that aside, I think bringing on Rivas and Kiersey was good for Miles and Luna because the writing did. And in the majority of ways, it got better in volume 7 and 8 to me. It got a lot better, and I feel like a lot of the pressure was taking off of Miles and Carrie. And I was like, I will say though,
like the whole menagerie arc that I guess from what I remember, Miles personally was in charge of writing the whole menagerie arc. I feel like it could have had a better impact had it been set up more properly as far as volume 5 goes, because the ending of it was kind of just a little bit underwhelming, but it's something. And then on top of that, it's just like when they brought it, like, how you said they brought in Steven's guy. I feel like they completely negated everything that took place in the menagerie arc, because Blake all of a sudden was like, oh, I've been in love with you, like, gang, this entire fucking time. It's like, I mean, obviously they never say I love you to each other, but there's breadcrumbs to like pieces to chunks of the Bumblebee shit.
It's one of those things where they know they can't confirm or deny it, because if they do either or, they're going to piss off too many people that they don't want to deal with.
Like, okay, like again, it's just like I have no problem with Bumblebee being canon. I am absolutely for it. But at the same time, how it's written, it's trash. It's poorly done, in my opinion. It's like, okay, now you're just for
it being canon is perfectly fine, but the way they've handled it,
just a question real quick. Does anybody know exactly what Dave Chappelle said?
I think I glitched out there. I'm sorry.
You did. In what context?
Just about what in particular? I know he was talking about transgender people, but like, is there like a specific line that he said that triggered everybody? Because I'm trying to find it, and everyone's very vague.
Watch the special. He explains everything much better than what I've been, but it's basically ever since his beginning special, people have misinterpreted what he said, what he's been joking about, and they've been getting offended over things that haven't been offensive. They've taken clips, bites, and misconstrued it. And this special, he's basically mourning a friend who died because Twitter ran her through the dirt. A friend who defended him, a trans friend who defended him, and it's basically just telling people, everyone on Twitter, that don't be assholes, don't be dicks.
Twitter's a cesspool in the first place.
It is.
I would tell everybody, stay off Twitter. It's not worth it. It's such a cesspool of
I think
assholes.
and this is based off of, this is not me saying it, this is my friend saying it, this is on Facebook. He's saying that the problem that Dave Chappelle is facing right now is that there are people out there that are fighting for equality, and guess what comes with equality? When you have equality, you also have to deal with the same amount of hassle that everybody else has to deal with. So if you want to be equal, you got to deal with the same bullshit. If you don't want to deal with it, then you're asking for special treatment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, that's correct. That's the correct way to say it. It's because that's what South Park, the South Park creators get, is that they make fun of everybody, literally everybody.
Literally. To be on South Park's radar, that's a fucking privilege.
Like listen, I want transgender people, gay people, lesbians, what have you, to live the best lives they can possibly live, because everybody deserves happiness, okay? But you're not going to get special treatment because you're a minority. You're going to get equal treatment. So therefore, if you want to be equal treatment, you will get the same rights as myself, the same rights as my neighbor, the same rights as a guy that lives 3 streets away from me. And you will deal with the fact that some people in comedy will make fun of you, because
the saying still goes. The saying still goes. You want to throw a punch, you better be able to take one.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. That's all Dave Chappelle was doing. And then I haven't watched it myself, but if you're saying it's like a kind of a tribute to a friend of his, then yeah, the LGBTQ community is shooting itself in the foot.
But unfortunately, right now, yeah, you're right. I'm not gonna say the entire community is shooting itself in the foot. I don't even think the people that are fucking fight. A lot of the people that I see fighting against that are trying to cancel Dave Chappelle aren't even part of the LGBT community.
Yeah.
They're really not.
It's that loud minority that I was talking about earlier. It's a loud minority.
Right. It's literally the people that are like, we got to be gray now. No more black and white. No more. I have friends that will literally put out entire lists. Don't eat these brands or shop at these stores because they support Trump or they support this. So you're like, man, those are all the good ones. Fuck.
Right?
Well, I mean, it's like when the Trump and Biden bullshit was going on. Like Chick-fil-A flipped and said they're supporting Biden. Meanwhile, Wendy's said that they're going to support Trump. And it's like, oh, what now? I still bought
on that note. Still, on that
honestly,
note, Chick-fil-A
honestly,
still.
the way I see it the same way I see everything. At the end of the day, it's a rich old white man that's running for a position of power that actually doesn't even have that much power to begin with.
Yeah, pretty much. It's pretty much Congress.
You are
When
right.
you actually get
You
down
are.
to the bare bones, everyone's all like, "Oh, I want to be president." Okay, well, why be president when you could be in Congress that actually runs the fucking country?
Right.
They think the president. They think the president's the coach, but the president's just the quarterback. Really.
We are literally right now, and the reason why people are like Dave Chappelle's not going to be the last individual that cancel culture is going to try to go after.
No.
And he's not the first. He's definitely not the last. The thing is, we are in the dark ages. We are in the dark ages of attention seeking.
Of what?
Attention
seeking.
Oh, okay.
Attention seeking.
That's what I thought you said. Yeah.
I mean, I
Because
agree with that
believe it or
logic.
not, people can argue this all day. YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, iTunes, SoundCloud, whatever, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Streamlabs, Restream. These are all platforms where we're literally going on here and people are watching us, and we're doing this because we are trying to get our voices, our opinions, or maybe we want attention.
Mm-hmm.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Just have something good to say.
I mean,
Right,
think
this
about all
platform-
the dumb reasons people have been banned off Twitch.
Right. It's kind of like how they say technology itself isn't evil. It's an instrument that can be used to do great good or great evil. People talk about all the shitty things that happen in the world and all the shitty things happen on the internet. But what about the good things that happen on the internet? What about the good things that happen around the world? It's just that
Yeah, I
people
mean,
care more about fighting online with strangers because there's no repercussions against it. Nobody's
Yeah.
going to come to your house and punch you in the face.
Yeah.
and that's when doxing comes into play, and then you're seriously fucked.
Hey, to that, Jesse.
Right.
Honestly, Jesse, that was one hell of a speech. That was great.
That was beautiful. 10 out of 10.
I have a broken hand right now. I will fight somebody. You can't run.
Like, listen, I'm all for people just being fucking happy. Like,
Lord.
that's all I give a fuck about. I'm sick of this. Cancel this
Look,
person, cancel that person, all that other fucking dumb shit. I'm so sick and
Look,
tired.
I'm sorry. I am sorry, and I've
No,
never.
no. Don't be sorry.
No,
Never
no,
be sorry.
no, no. Here's the thing. What I'm about to say. I'm sorry to everybody out there that's watching or listening, but I am a fucking victim on the other side of the Me Too movement. I am one of the people that was falsely accused of doing something I didn't do.
You too?
Yeah,
Oh, internet high five. I don't know if you can see it, but
and I will. Yeah, internet high five, a fist bump, spiritual fist bump.
there you go.
Don't
Yeah,
do
there
it
you
with
go.
your broken hand.
Well,
Actually,
I'm
if we
driving
can-
with my good hands. Let me, and I'm going to share this. This is going to be an
driving with your good
exclusive.
hands.
I've never shared this on my channel. I'm going to share it on this channel as an exclusive.
Oh no.
Someone went around and told everyone that I took advantage of her. She was drunk, but guess what? Everybody knows that the night that she claimed I did it, I was on like more drugs than Walgreens has. So I couldn't even speak English. And when she told everyone, oh yeah, he took advantage of me, a month, she started telling everyone we knew on the internet. I found out a month later because not a single person believed her.
Huh.
They're like, yeah, that doesn't make any sense. He's in love with her, and she's been blacked out drunk in front of him. He's never done anything to her. Matter of fact, he tucked her in and slept on because I slept outside in a lawn chair while she slept on my bed. Like, there's not the
Jesus.
girl that accused me of it, but the other girl that I was in love with.
Right.
I made sure she was okay. Everybody's like, dude, he's been around like so many people and so many girls. Like, he's never done anything. As a matter of fact, he'll make sacrifices for people. Like, that doesn't sound like him. As a matter of fact, he'll take a pity fuck before he takes advantage of somebody.
Actually, that reminds me of when I was stationed in Anchorage, Alaska.
Just real quick. I just want to add one more thing, and I'm pretty much done with my story. And the girl that was accusing me of this, by the way, just so everybody knows, she actually texted one of our mutual friends and admitted that she made the whole thing up.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh, she's an Amber Heard.
So, when I was stationed in Anchorage, Alaska, I had a roommate. His name was Hosea, and I was on leave at the point in time that this happened, so they couldn't call me as a witness, unfortunately. Because if they did, I would have offended this guy because I knew he was a decent human being. He wouldn't do this shit that he was accused of. A girl that I worked with, I'm not going to disclose her name. And Hosea also is a name I just made up, by the way. But so I was on leave.
Reasons.
Yeah, legal reasons, exactly. So Hosea was accused by, we'll just call her Michelle. Michelle accused Hosea of raping her via anal. They were both drunk at the time. Like, both were drunk, according to both of them. But he was accused of raping her, and she ended up changing her story so many times that even her own defense attorney was just like, what the hell do you want me to tell the court of? Like, what the fuck you did? Because of her false accusation, both the office that I worked in with her and the office that he worked in were at odds with each other. We didn't get along anymore because we were defending our respective persons. I was personally on the side of Hosea, and it got out of hand. And he just said, you know what, fuck it. I'm submitting my separation papers. I'm out. I got a college offer over here in California. I'm taking it. I'm leaving. And I told Hosea, I'm like, dude, I hate that this happened to you. He's like, whatever. It's whatever, dude. Like, fuck it. Like, I've got a college offer. I'm going to school. I'm going to get money. whatever, fuck this bullshit. Obviously, the system wasn't on my side, and not even how long was it? I want to say it was like a year or two later. She had gone through 3 different cars. The first one, I think she had like so many mechanical issues she didn't know what the fuck to do, so she traded it in. The second one she just simply didn't like, and then the third one, she just got stuck with the third one. And she ended up with like a grand total car loan of, I want to say it was close to $100,000. And so the Air Force was like, yeah, you gotta go because you falsely accused somebody, you mismanaged your finances, you gotta go. And so they said, bye, Felicia, more or less to her. And, like, she was just such a piece of shit, and I felt so bad for Hosea. Like. He was a good dude. He was a really good dude. Good, hardworking guy. Good friend. I'm glad that he got that scholarship over in California, but just, God, the Air Force really fucked him over. But I am also at the same time glad that Uncle Sam was just like, yeah, you with your 3 car loans and your false accusation, yeah, gotta go. So at least they did the right thing in the end.
Mhm.
I haven't heard from Hosea since then, but yeah, it's like the Me Too movement. Don't believe every accusation because accusations can be false, and even if you're falsely accused, you're fucked if you are falsely accused. And I really, really, really hate to say that because it's an insult to both the people falsely accused, but it's also an insult to actual rape victims, be they male or female or anything in between.
Right. No, I completely 100% agree. I support the Me Too movement. On my show, we've had people that had actually been raped or taken advantage of, and we've helped them. But before we have them on the show, my head, you have proof, you have evidence, text messages, a police report, anything that we can use. Otherwise, I gotta say this is like an opinionated piece, and this is just you giving your side of the story. I can't say like fact. I can't say for a shot of a doubt that we 100% believe you.
For like for legal reasons and to keep things
Right.
in the clear and make sure everything that is what's being said is truth.
And this is part of this is where I'm going to go back to the Dave Chappelle thing. This is part of that. Like there are people out there that just don't want, like, okay, well, I need attention. Why is anybody attention to me? I'm gonna start this bullshit, or I'm gonna go over there. I don't like this person because they made one joke. They made a joke that's so similar to what I've been through, even though they've never met me, they know nothing about me. I don't exist in their radar. But it's about me, so I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure this man is canceled. And that's the problem I have with cancel culture. Cancel culture will fucking drive somebody to be homeless.
AKA Johnny Depp.
Yeah. I believe it. It's happened. It's a terrible thing.
Like, because of cancel culture, Johnny Depp literally lost all his roles. Like, he's not even supposed to be in the cameo for the new Pirates movie that's supposedly being developed and everything.
Then the mind behind Aquaman 2 is defending Amber Heard as well.
Well, he's a fucking parasite, and he's obviously trying to get with Amber Heard.
Fucking see, that's what you call an actual simp. That's how you use the term correctly. And I hate using that term. I think the term's stupid as shit, but that's how you would use the term correctly. Because Amber Heard deserves to be pulled out of all her roles. I'm not even a fucking fan of Johnny Depp. I don't give a fuck about the guy. But what Amber Heard did to him is fucking atrocious, disgusting, and she needs to be brought to fucking justice, and he deserves better. Because the way she treated him was fucking horrible.
So first up, Luca, I appreciate you for saying that. Second, how the fuck have you not seen Pirates of the Caribbean?
I've seen the first 3, and I mean, yeah, his character was fun, but again,
I was gonna say, how the fuck do you not care about Mr. Captain Jack Sparrow himself, man? How the hell are you gonna say that?
I like the character, but I don't really care about Johnny Depp as an actor. But at the same time, I will still defend the guy over this Amber Heard bullshit.
I mean, to each your own. To each your own. Everyone has their preference when it comes to actors. Some people prefer the Johnny Depp, Ryan Reynolds, like Blake Lively kind of stuff. Others will prefer like the shit, actors.
If you really want to revive Johnny Depp's roles, career, and characters, just put him in an Avengers movie. They've saved so many careers.
Yeah.
Fucking much.
Yeah, Robert Downey Jr.
Iron Man was literally his like savior, man. Like Robert Downey Jr. was like it was actually supposed to be Tom Cruise that was supposed to play
Yeah.
Tony Stark, but Robert Downey Jr. like Jon Favreau literally fought tooth and nail to be like, hey, no, it has to be RDJ, it has to be him. Like I believe, like I've been friends with this guy for so long, he needs this. He really needs this.
Mm-hmm.
And look what happened in 2008. It was a box office like amazement.
Robert Downey Jr. was my favorite actor in all the way up into Endgame. The guy that played Thor was probably my second favorite. I'm sorry, I forget his name. It's like slipping my mind right now.
He's part of the three Chris.
Yeah.
Hemsworth.
Yeah,
We just
like
call him.
Hemsworth. Thank you, Chris Hemsworth.
Like when it
Chris
comes to like
Hemsworth
identifying
and Robert Downey Jr. were my two favorite actors in that whole thing. Even though I didn't particularly care for the first two Thor movies, I still thought Chris Hemsworth was a great Thor.
I'm
Like,
sorry.
when it comes
my
to,
friend
like,
just
naming
sent
the
me-
Tom
Chris's.
Hiddleston as Loki was fantastic.
somebody, we were talking about Avengers. My friend just sent me a picture of Mark Ruffalo, but it's his head on a buffalo, so it says Mark Buffalo, and I just laughed a little.
That's great. That's great.
Funny.
So
Speaking of being canceled,
speaking of being canceled, have you guys heard of or even read the comic series Why the Last Man?
No.
No,
or a TV show called Why the Last Man. It's on FX.
Yeah, it's on FX on Hulu. It's an amazing story, but FX being FX, they just canceled it.
I honestly didn't see the appeal of it. I mean, it's from what I understand, the idea behind the whole show is just like, oh, there's only one male human left versus like, you know, a whole militia population of women.
that sounds awesome.
Actually,
No, but they're literally like trying to
okay,
fight tooth and
okay.
nail to keep you.
Death
The
by
ti-
snoo snoo.
The timing of you bringing this up is hilarious because I've got the fucking Among Us Discord server tabbed up, and there was actually somebody that had a vote kit called FX Fox. So, and 6 people voted to kick him out. So FX got canceled.
You know what though? The show might be canceled, but give it some time. It might get picked up by Netflix.
Probably.
I mean, they are the company that saves shows,
Yeah, they saved Lucifer for God's sakes, man.
and it's dominating everywhere.
Which is crazy because
I-
Lucifer is part of the Arrowverse.
Yeah,
Canonically speaking, yes.
FX is like, why do they cancel so many fucking shows that they air? Because I mentioned it offline, and it's like they from 2020 to I think it was like September of 2021, they had like roughly a 40 to 45% cancel rate on their shows. And I'm like, why are they canceling so many fucking things? Like, why do they consistently do this shit?
they probably don't either budget reasons or they don't have faith in shows that look really good.
You know,
I think
Ranking
it's
in
budget
views,
reasons.
if your views are coming in, then obviously people are going to subscribe to your network and do the thing. Like,
Yeah,
Actually,
but like it has to be a profit margin. Like there's a show called Terra Nova, and it was so fucking good.
It was amazing.
It was $400,000 to film an episode, and they were generating twice as much, but the profit margin just wasn't enough.
like for example, HBO had a series called Rome, and the production value of its first season, like it was astronomical. Like it was massive, and HBO could not afford it. And I don't blame HBO for doing what they did. So they compiled.
They canceled it.
They canceled it, or they didn't cancel it. They gave it a season 2, but they said you're going to take your pre-planned seasons 2, 3, and I think 4, it was seasons 2 and 3, merge them into one, and that be season 2, and then we're done. They made a season 2. It was good. It was just badly paced, but it was still good. The actors did great. The cinematography was awesome. The voice acting was great. Everybody did fine, but HBO was just like, listen, this show just costs too goddamn much. We can't do it right now. Sorry.
Man, whatever. They you know what? I'm sorry. I agree. I believe you, but I don't believe that's their reason. I think they didn't have faith in it because I'm sorry, but everything HBO does is at a loss. They're losing because they're owned by AT&T. Everything they do is a loss.
Well, understand that this
I
show
mean,
was
that's
produced back
kind
in.
of why.
This show was produced back in like I want to say it was like the early 2000s, like 2005, 2006 time frame. Like it's an old show. It's not recent. It's not like Game of Thrones or whatever. And they threw all the money in the world at Game of Thrones, and look how that turned out.
But going off your point, Jesse, it's talking about like HBO is owned by AT&T. I mean, it's kind of the same reason why that Rooster Teeth is also suffering when it comes to their IP or their projects, because again, Ruby is their golden child. Genlock was kind of a financial disaster only because of how the creator and the team was literally siphoning money from other IPs. Because if anyone remembers the show Nomad of Nowhere, that show actually so Nomad of Nowhere it's a 2D animation show, but this show, from what the creator was saying, from what I remember reading, saying that he pretty much lost control of his IP, of his creation, to the point where the former head of animation, he was like pretty much just being an asshole towards his team or towards him, and saying that, hey, no, we're gonna go ahead and fund Genlock, which only was like an 8 or 7 episode run. But No Matter Nowhere had like 14 or 15 episodes that needed to be finished, and then on top of that, it was conflicting with Camp scheduling.
Wait, hold on. No Matter Nowhere. That's the one that had the silent protagonist, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I think I vaguely. Okay. No, I'm starting to remember now because I watched the first 2 episodes, and I was just like, yeah, it's not my cup of tea. I don't know what.
Honestly,
I didn't like it.
Honestly, it's hard to pick up, in the first 2 episodes, but it really gets good.
By the last 2.
But not even by the last 2, but when you pick up like episodes 4 or 5, whatever, that's when the lore actually starts speaking to you a little bit, and that's when I started getting more invested, because I was like, oh, I'm looking forward to each episode of Nomad now, because I want to see what's gonna go. I want to see where this guy came from or what his whole ability was. I want to see the whole origin thing, But Genlock is obviously getting lucky with HBO because they're getting that HBO AT&T money to be funded towards the animation project, and I'm assuming they're going to be getting a 13 episode run, unlike I wouldn't say mediocre, but their half-ass attempt at a full season.
No, yeah, you can say it, mediocre.
Well, I personally enjoyed the ride for Genlock. I enjoyed the ride, but as far as how animation goes and how the story was, it could have been better, especially the animation. I was not a big fan of that berserk kind of 2D, 3D, chopped up 30, 25 frames per second motion. I was like, okay, either make it 2D or just make it 3D. I can't stand this. It's giving me a fucking headache to look at.
So I did reactions with some friends of mine when each episode was airing, and all of us, we were mixed, and man, the Rooster Teeth fandom did not like our reaction to it. They roasted us. They were like, oh, "Fuck you," blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, well, whatever. It is what it is. But yeah, just it didn't jive with me, and I even said that. I'm like, yeah, it's okay, but it's not jiving with me. It's not as good as Ruby, and that's why I go on to say that I'm not a Rooster Teeth fan. I'm a Ruby fan, because Ruby's what I enjoy from Rooster Teeth. Everything else of theirs, it's okay, I'll check it out and give it a chance, but by and large, Camp Season 1 I thought was funny. Season 2, not so much. No Matter Nowhere obviously didn't do shit for me. Red versus Blue, I like the early seasons, but when they tried to start to make a serious story, I was like, okay, I'm intrigued, I'm into it.
For me, RVB died in season 13.
For me, it was season 11. After season 11, I was like, I'm done.
Yeah.
Around that time, it was Red versus Blue. What's his name? The Red? Was it Sarge? The red guy? The
Sarge.
Leader?
Yeah.
Sarge? He is Boomstick's dad from Death Battle.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I remember that episode.
Death Battle and
Death Battle and podcasting is what Rooster Teeth has been focusing a lot of their money on.
Yeah,
Really?
actually,
Yeah.
I can agree to that.
I mean,
Nice.
I won't go as far to say I'm like a diehard Rooster Teeth fan, but I'm like a semi Rooster Teeth fan only because I do enjoy watching the podcast every now and then. I mean, I haven't been watching their podcast like since last year, back in August. Achievement Hunter, I'm like keeping up through my friend because like he puts on like Achievement Hunter shit every now and then when it comes to like Minecraft or GTA playthroughs or whatever. I did try my best to like keep up with Barbara Dunkelman's podcast show Always Open. I mean, it's a good fucking show, like to talk about like real adult shit, real life shit and everything.
Mhm.
I enjoy, her talking about like especially like the whole like, sex life thing, like sex tips and everything. I like how like she's breaking like that norm, making sex talk like actually normal instead of like, oh my god, really, we're talking about this? It's gross. Like, no, I don't want to talk. It's like, how else are people gonna know what the fuck they do? Or just let's get it out there. It's always open for a reason, especially the after hours one. Like, it got even more serious. But other than that, I mean, I didn't give a fuck about Funhouse. I didn't give a fuck about Couch Shop. But just like anything other than like the Rooster Teeth podcast, Achievement Hunter, out like Off Topic, Ruby, RBB, No Matter Nowhere, Genlock, and then Death Battle. I mean, other than that, I just didn't give a fuck about anything else.
That's 90% of the shit they produce.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and then that fucking article that from Variety, whatever, saying like, oh, well, we produce so much content. I mean, we can pretty much take on Netflix. Like, no, I'm gonna stop you right there. Like, just shut the fuck up while you're ahead. You're not gonna take
Rooster
on
Teeth
Netflix.
needs to. They need to take a chill pill. They need to stop sipping the Kool-Aid.
Just
like, I love
the
them,
best
but
possible
with that
you
being
can,
said,
and the chips will lay where you want them to lay.
With that being said, I would watch what you say about Rooster Teeth because they could be listening. Next thing you know, they buy Josh's show, and then before you know it, we're on here for 2 hours and kissing their ass. Oh yeah, what's the greatest thing since sliced bread? Rooster Teeth.
Look, I'm not gonna say that.
Overlord.
No, I'd never do that.
Look.
They
like this.
don't do that. To be fair, they don't do that shit.
I'm like this. Okay, I love Rooster Teeth with all my heart. I love them. I'm gonna be the first one to say that. But at the same time, I'm going to be an actual like critique person and be like, hey, this route that you're taking, whatever, or this plan that you might think will work isn't going to work. I can tell you that right now, that a percentage of your fans, whatever, or a percentage of your viewers are not going to like thoroughly like this. I mean, I can't even blame them at this point because they got bought out by Warner Media, AT&T. And I don't even blame Rooster Teeth for half the shit that they fuck up on. I blame Warner Brothers in general. Because Warner Brothers, they just look at IP.
I had heard from a friend that I'm not going to say who they work for or what they do because I want him to keep his job. But he says that after the buyout, they actually lost a chunk of their budgets.
Yeah, I believe it.
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, I believe it too.
There was that employee cut, so
yeah, and there's all those controversies around Rooster Teeth itself. So, but two and two together, it's suddenly these big box companies are like, maybe it's not worth it.
Again, I don't blame Rooster Teeth. All right, they got to do what they got to do to survive as a company as a whole to save face. But at the same time, I am blaming Warner Media. I am blaming Warner Brothers. Again, they just look at IP. They look at a business and be like, hey, this looks like they can bring us a lot of profit. We should probably buy them. And then they just shit on them. They just give them the worst decisions of all time. Again, the employee cut, I blame Warner Brothers. The whole raising the subscription price up, I blame Warner Brothers. Fuck Warner Brothers.
My whole shtick has always been be loyal to the product, not the company.
Oh shit!
Which is why I still play StarCraft despite all the bullshit going on at Activision Blizzard.
Look, it's not that great now, but it could be worse. Disney could buy them out.
Please, Disney, fuck off! No.
Look. It's like this. Then all of the comics where Ruby interacts with DC characters, they are legends. They are rare. That's like profit right there, because then you get to like have Ruby interact with the Avengers. Imagine
and she could be in Kingdom Hearts,
or even that. Because imagine the day,
Actually, Ruby would fit in with Kingdom Hearts. When I think about it, it would fit.
Yeah, they would.
Kingdom Hearts.
They would.
They would. Yeah, you are absolutely right.
Imagine a fucking king, like a keyblade in spirit of Ruby. Like, oh my god, I want a grim head on that keyblade. But yeah.
Speaking of
Anyways,
Keyblades, they did explain. Sakurai had to go and explain to everybody as to why Kirby doesn't have a Keyblade when he eats Sora.
yeah, because he's not the
Really?
chosen one.
Yeah, he had to explain to everybody because everybody was questioning it. I already knew why, but like there were like a ton of people on the internet like, why doesn't Kirby have the Keyblade if he gets his abilities?
Because canonically speaking, Kirby is not the chosen one. He's not the chosen
Right.
wielder for that Keyblade. Like, it only makes more sense to do it that way.
The
So I respect
Keyblades
that
do have
decision.
minds of their own, and they choose their wielders.
All right.
Either way, yeah.
Either way,
Next
so
topic.
yeah, the show they got canceled. Sad. Netflix next year.
Anyways, moving on.
Yeah, moving on from the Rooster Teeth podcast.
From Rooster Teeth ranting.
Damn, that honestly, that can be an entire episode in itself because I've got a bunch of beef with them too.
You
And
should.
Sorry,
You know
and
what?
sorry that I haven't been interacting. Is just that it wasn't on my when I set. So this is a little background into my mindset, how my mind works when I have topics. I like to focus on those. I set aside a portion of my brain, a quarter of my brain for like off topic stuff. But yeah, when we get like fully off into an entirely new podcast, like yeah, that's a Rooster Teeth podcast right there. that's a full Rooster Teeth podcast that we can do right there.
That's a good idea because you did say last time that I was on here that there are some weekends where you don't do the show because you don't have topics. So
Yeah,
you should just like do it as a trash talking, like an entire just. You know what sucks?
You know what really grinds my gears?
so it'd be episode 41.5, 41.28.
If we're gonna go that specific, I'm not even gonna say it. I'm gonna just sit right here in the background and not go to jail.
I don't know. Anyways, so yeah, moving on from Rooster Teeth podcast and ranting and
The
whatnot.
Rooster Teeth rants.
The Rooster Teeth rants.
On the topic of Netflix.
On the topic of Netflix, Squid Game. Squid Game came out at the beginning of the month, and I waited to talk about it until now or next week, because I want people to have a chance to watch it. Not everyone will watch the first week, second week, or third week. So we're talking about it now.
Okay, so is it a show or is it a movie?
It's a 9. Is it 8 or 9? I think it's a 9.
9 episodes.
It's a 9 episode series.
Each episode's an hour long.
No.
So it's
No.
literally like is it a South Korean TV show or
Yeah, it's a K-drama. It's a Korean drama that is in the style or in the genre of survival horror.
So it's like Saw but made in South Korea.
Think of it like Saw. Think of it like the Hunger Games.
Oh yeah, so it's definitely the Hunger Games but more fucked up. No,
Yeah,
actually the Hunger
essentially,
Games.
no. It's essentially Saw, but a game show.
Yeah,
Basically,
okay.
yeah.
So based on what I saw, this is like I saw the face mask. I'm like, did they make a movie about PlayStation?
A lot of people said that too.
I was like, what the fuck is going on?
I still have yet to watch the behind the scenes, but I looked at one of the comments saying that the whole PlayStation symbol thing, I guess, was intentional.
Was it?
I have no idea. I still have yet to watch the behind the scenes video, but that's one of the comments I saw.
That'd be pretty interesting. So yeah, it's a survival horror show. Very good. I'd give it about 7.5, maybe 8.
I do the same.
But the whole thing is basically the type premise is you have a dude our main dude, and then a collection of
side
people
characters.
who are basically in debt to like the mafia, mob, or shark
Government
loan
people,
sharks,
whatever.
government people. They're in debt, horribly in debt, or their life is just absolutely tragic and fucked up, and the world is shitty as per usual. So
Sounds about right.
these people bring them not against their will, mind you. They go willingly. So they're kidnapped, quote unquote kidnapped, and they're basically told, if you survive 6 games, you will get X amount of money. Each person that's eliminated, you get more and more money. They don't, but they
So
don't.
I'm so glad you're explaining it to me, because
Uh-huh.
somebody explained it to me the other day and it made no fucking sense.
How did they explain it?
Okay, so they're like, yeah. So I'm like, okay, so what is the show about? Yeah, so these people like pretty much like write that they want to be on there, and then they get knocked out and they wake up, and then they have to try to survive. So you're telling me that they willingly gone fucking lost to the Legend of the Lost fucking Temple, but with death, just for shits
Basically.
and giggles? I was like, that
Wow.
sounds like the stupidest fucking thing ever heard. But now that you're
No,
explaining, oh, they're in debt, they owe money, it's the
Mhm.
mob. Okay, that makes sense. Okay.
It's the temptation of like getting the money to help them survive and pay back.
See, that
everyone
makes
and
more
then help
sense though. The
Yeah.
way they described it, it was like they just write in that they want to be on the show, and next thing you know, they wake up chained. I'm like,
Now, whoever was explaining that to you, they must have been like high out of their fucking mind when watching the show,
Probably.
because they probably weren't.
I don't think they
weren't
paid
paying
attention that much.
Yeah,
No.
I will say this:
it's-
if you're gonna watch it in the original language and read it with subtitles, because the dub for it's absolutely horrendous.
Yeah, don't watch the English closed caption subtitles. You have to watch the official English, because there are 2 different versions, and a lot of people were really confused on that.
Oh, I want to watch both now and see if they have different stories.
Vastly different stories, vastly different backgrounds. Because
Wait,
the
what?
English, yeah, the English closed caption is basically the direct subtitles for the English dub, but the English subtitle is the closer of the 2 to actually be the direct translation.
I mean, because then I watched the original language that was being spoken, like audio wise, but the subtitles was the translated. So you're telling me
Did you watch
you watch the official one then?
Yeah, the official. I watched the official.
Yeah,
Because they have the way he described this. There's 2 versions. You have the Korean version with the English subtitles that are translations of the Korean language, but you also have the English dub, which is loosely translated from the Korean, and the closed caption is the subtitles from the English dub,
yes,
which is different.
yes.
I'm
That is
kind of
what that
wanting
is
to
one.
watch it again now in English dub. Just
Because
to see if
I guarantee you, like, watch. I'm gonna watch both. I'm gonna find out. Okay, so the Korean one was because they owed money and they wanted to get out of debt, and the English one was because they did it for shits and giggles.
No, the translations are vastly different. In the English dub translation, they give less backstory, less context for the characters, and it's not as detailed as the actual translation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's just Netflix being fucking idiots on translating again.
And that's the thing about Netflix, though. They're gonna have like a lot of it's not just like a lot of their translated shit. By the way, I have a VPN and I went on the Japanese Netflix,
Mm-hmm.
and they have a lot of shows for adults that involve sex.
Yeah.
Someone's always boning their secretaries in these goddamn J dramas. I was like, what the fuck?
Hey, the Asian folks, they have an entirely different view on sex than the American people, which is
Yeah, but you made it sound like they're gonna just whip it out and be like, it ain't gonna suck itself.
I mean, you want to get that promotion.
It's Jesus. No, but like Netflix, when it comes to translations, they have some really good translators, and then they have some really like,
Mhm.
how much am I making off of this? $5? All right, I'm a half. You're only gonna get $5 worth of work of
I
translation.
bet.
It's like their series summaries. Sometimes the summaries for their movies or TV shows are really descriptive. Sometimes it's just like insert here.
Oh yeah, like they don't give a
Um,
description. So and so actor stars in this action-packed
Mhm.
thriller of a movie. Watch it now.
Basically.
What?
Now, I will say this: like going back to Squid Game, I was being recommended that I need to watch Squid Game since the beginning of the month. It's like, hey, bro, have you seen Squid Game? It's so like, oh, I think you would like it. You know, it seems like your type of show. It's like, okay, yeah, I'll put it on my list to watch eventually. You know, but when I actually sat down and I just put it on, I was like, okay, it's time to watch it anyways. You know, so let's do the 3 episode rule. Little did I know that I was going to be hooked into it like within the first 2 episodes,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like, okay, I like the idea of what they were doing with these characters, but overall, the ending was pretty subpar. It was pretty much like I don't know. It left a lot of open plot holes, which I personally would not have gone through. But then again, the guy who wrote this and created it, he's saying like, oh, he didn't have any intention like writing it of like having a season 2 sort of thing. So he was trying to set it up, whatever, to have like a season 2. Because again, I think from what I remember saying, like he was trying to pitch this show to different companies for almost 10 years.
Yeah, it's been in development for 10 years.
So yeah, the fact that it's still there written. I mean, it's a lame ass open ended ending, but at the same time, it wants me wanting more.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of plot threads when the game is over that's like, okay, well, what the fuck happened with this thing? What happened to that person? Or like, did so and so say he would do this, or did this promise get fulfilled or whatnot? Did that ever happen? Spoiler alert: it doesn't. But it's like, hopefully, it does explain itself. But at the same time, Squid Game, like you said, I give it like a 7.5 out of 10. It was a pretty damn good show. It was really thrilling. I had myself a jump scare or two, or like a heart throbbing moment, because I actually felt my body getting colder in certain moments of the show. I was like, oh shit, shit, this thing is happening. It's like, oh my god. And then the realization when you actually click, like put 2 and 2 together, it's like, I love that.
Yeah,
I love that in the show, and the characters itself, I love them. And one of them, from what I remember from Honest Trailer saying, there's a Asian lady who's like pretty much a loudmouth, who is supposed to be like the Nicolas Cage type, loudmouth in the show, and I loved it.
Yeah,
she was annoying. She was fucking annoying, but I loved it.
She was fucking annoying. It's and the moment they realize exactly how they're eliminated, like that first guy moves and he's shot dead.
Red light, green light. I have never been more afraid of playing red light, green light than after watching Squid Game.
Right.
You know what? There's a reason why I don't play those stupid ass games. I knew they ended in death.
Dude, could you imagine playing dodgeball and then realizing that, if you get eliminated, you're actually fucking dead?
No, because I ain't taking no balls to the face, sir.
No, but like legit though, without going too spoilery, I will want to like rate the games real quick just by saying the titles. Like scariest for me had to be like fucking like the 50-50 glass challenge.
Ooh.
That literally is like my most terrified fear. Like one of my most terrified fears, like, just standing, like being able to tell which one's tempered glass, which one's real glass. And then you have to step on it to make sure like if it's real or not. And you get to be safe for like another 15 panels. But as soon as you hit the wrong one, you're dead.
Yeah, that one was the most intense of the games.
Second one had to be Red Light, Green Light, only because it's just like it's the first game of the whole series, and it's so fucking terrifying. It's like one slip up, even like the slightest sneeze or blink, whatever, you're pretty much fucked.
That old dude, just walking casually.
So
Okay, I was
fucking
about to
chill
ask
about
you a
that.
question. So, do they explain what the hell's going on with the old guy? Because
Yeah,
lot of
they
people
do.
have
They
some
do.
they do?
theories.
Yes, they do. Yeah, they
They
do.
do,
We're
but
not,
I can't say shit.
yeah, we're not spoiling that. We're not spoiling that because it's major spoilers.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
I'm,
but they
I'm,
do.
I'm,
They
I'm
do.
probably gonna watch it. I'm gonna check out the show this week. I'm definitely gonna
Yeah.
watch it.
Yeah, it's
Oh, yeah,
real good.
please do.
I think it's real good. Yeah. Definitely check it.
Third game for me that was like kind of like mid-range, scary, not scary. I think was the honeycomb game. Because it's like you get
Yeah.
like this. It's basically kind of like this sugar made caramel thing, whatever. And you get a needle, and you have to cut out the shape of which one you choose willingly. You
Mhm.
get like a star, you get a moon, you get a circle, and then you get the umbrella. And if you get the umbrella, you're pretty much setting yourself up for failure, anyways, because it's an umbrella shape that you have to cut out perfectly. You can't cut corners, and the minute you crack it in half, dead.
Dead.
That one
Yeah.
was pretty intense for me. The marbles game, I'm pretty sure I'll rate that number 4. I mean, it wasn't.
That was
too intense, but at the
more
same
that was
time-
more sad with how it ended,
Yeah.
but then intense. But yeah.
Squid Game number 5. I mean, yeah, it's the
You know
the
what?
actual Squid Game itself.
This sounds a lot better. This sounds much better than that movie that they released, the Korean drama one that was about the zombies and there was a guy stuck in his apartment.
Oh no, I don't remember that one.
What?
He was like a gamer, and he wakes up, and like next thing you know, it's a zombie apocalypse.
Oh, go check that out.
What
It's
is?
pretty interesting.
It's about the games, but yeah, the series itself, I'm gonna have to check that out. But I forgot the fucking tug of war. Let me reiterate. Number 1, obviously, was the glass one. Number 2 had to be red light green. No. Sorry, no. Number 1 is the 50-50 glass challenge one. Number 2 was tug of war. That shit had me on fucking edge.
Mm-hmm.
Number 3 obviously was red light, green light. Number 4 was the honeycomb game. Number 5 is the actual Squid Game, and then Number 6. What was the 6th one?
It's harder to remember them when you go out of order.
Okay, let me go in order to see. Okay, so red light, green light was first. Honeycomb was next.
No, it was
Marbles.
Tug of War.
No,
Yes.
because that's when Loudmouth Lady and Gangster Boy, they were hooking up. It was Tug of War was the next one after Honeycomb.
I'm so
They broke it up. They broke off. Remember?
Yeah. Anyways,
So yeah, there was a red light, green light, Honeycomb, Tug of War. Then there was Marbles. Then the Glass Challenge. Then Squid Game.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I was forgetting Marbles. So yeah, Marbles was. I think honestly, Marbles had to be like number 6 for me. Not so much like terrifying, but it's like it's pretty much a sad one.
I don't know. It's a good show. Watch it.
Yeah, honestly, I highly recommend you watch it, man.
I'll check it out.
Yeah, but Luca, yeah, if you're still watching, if you happen to watch this, Luca, yeah, I forgot to say bye, but yeah.
Yeah, he just popped out. Anyways, I don't know. So yeah, next thing. DC Fandome was this last weekend, and for those of you who don't know, DC Fandome is basically DC's Comic Con. It's their Comic Con.
It's their Nintendo Direct.
Yeah, basically, and
Their Hall H.
Yes, basically. It was okay, better than last year, but I mean, some of their stuff is just meh. The only things I really cared about were Harley Quinn season 3 finally getting more. We got
Finally.
got to see a story trailer for both Gotham Knights and Suicide Squad Kills Justice League.
I'm sorry, what?
The video games.
Oh, I was about to say like a
Gotham
comic book or is
Knights.
actual.
So
No, yeah.
Gotham Knights is the sequel to Arkham Knight, which was the last Batman video game to come out on the PlayStation 4.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And it's picking up directly after where Batman's like, hey,
Dead.
it's up to
Yeah,
you.
he's dead.
Yeah.
Well, he's dead supposedly. We don't know.
Supposedly, yes. The game deals with the Court of Owls, which is terrifying in itself.
Okay.
And see, got to see snippets of the new Aquaman movie.
Boo.
I know,
Aquaman,
exactly.
boo. Aquaman, boo.
Shut your face.
Boo, Aquaman, boo. Amber Heard, boo.
Boo Amber Heard, not boo Aquaman. Amber Heard fucking sucks.
I finally saw Aquaman 1 and I hated it.
Wow.
I honestly did not like
I
it.
haven't seen Aquaman.
It's
a fun ride.
It's a fun ride, but it's not an enjoyable one.
Yeah.
To each their own, but yeah.
We got to see a sneak peek of The Flash, which is the reboot.
movie.
Yeah, the Flash movie, which had
Flashpoint.
Flashpoint. We got to see the cowl of
Michael
Kevin. Yeah,
Okay,
Michael Keaton.
can we talk about that for a second?
Yeah.
It's Michael Keaton's Batman.
Okay, because there were 3 flashes in that trailer, at least.
Yep.
Yeah, we saw at least 3 flashes.
And not one of them was Austin Grant.
Are they pulling a Spider-Man too?
They're trying to reboot the entire DC universe because Warner Brothers hates Zack Snyder and they want nothing to do with the Snyder Cut, Zack Snyder's universe.
Basically, any movie that had Zack Snyder's name on it, they're trying to obsolete it and try to be like, oh, they don't exist.
That sucks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Warner Brothers is just trying to shoot themselves in the foot further,
Which is fine. Because that just means Marvel can grab Zack Snyder and be like, hey, we want you to go ahead and lead the Fantastic Four, Avengers 5, and then fucking whatever to go against Galactus or whoever the next big bad is.
So, yeah, Zack Snyder, we're Marvel. We need you to film our Batman. But since DC owns Batman, we're going to call him Bat Hombre.
Or just Man Who Is Bat.
Man Who Is Bat.
Or, you know what? Dracula. How's that sound?
I mean, they already have a
Morbius.
Dracula. Yeah, well, they do have a Dracula in the Marvel universe. I don't know. I don't think Zach would fit the Marvel universe. I don't think his style would fit.
I can maybe think of.
He has a great style if he's allowed to tell the story he wants to tell.
Yeah, exactly. Like I don't think he would be able to. Yeah, I don't think he'd be able to work in the constraints that Marvel has set for their movies. But I mean, he's a decent director. I just wish Warner Brothers hadn't fucked him over.
It's like it's okay. It's actually how Marvel works is like this. They already have everything planned out. They just need a director to actually like put the shit in motion.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, here's your puzzle piece, here's your puzzle piece, here's your puzzle piece, and here's your puzzle piece. Work it out.
Yeah, basically.
People will shit on Zack Snyder all the time. Like, oh, he made Watchmen, and it really wasn't that great. Like, it wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be. And honestly, I was like, did you even read the comic? The comic wasn't that great either.
Imagine if Zack Snyder got put in charge of X-Men. I'm just throwing it out there.
There'd be a lot of gore.
That would actually be interesting to see.
Zack
Yeah,
Snyder's
yeah.
X-Men.
Yeah,
That would
probably be
actually be interesting to see. Yeah,
I would love to
could
see his take
see
on
that.
on Cyclops, Wolverine, Jean Grey, fucking Beast. I want to see him do that. I want to see him. I want to see how he takes on Gambit and Rogue. I want to see how he does that.
That would be very interesting. That would be very interesting. I don't know. We got to see a lot of stuff from DC. The
Batman trailer.
Yeah,
I have yet to watch the Batman trailer.
I'll bring it up in a second because I do have it on here for us to watch and react to.
Like, I still remember the first Batman trailer I watched with Robert Pattinson just beating the fuck out of that dude and just saying, "I am vengeance." It's like, okay, yeah, I'm for this. But then that hype it just went away. But again,
because it's been a year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember watching
pandemic.
that trailer, and he's all like, "I am vengeance," and I'm like, "Calm down, Sparkles. You'll be okay."
Hey, look, he's trying to move on from fucking Twilight. I don't blame him. The dude is an incredible actor.
He really
is. He deserves this franchise. I really hope the Batman does change.
Yeah,
his
but
life.
my only beef is that he has the same hairstyle that Tobey Maguire had in Spider-Man 3 when he gets all emo and shit.
He fucking worships bats. How else do you think he's gonna be? It's emo.
I mean, Bruce had his hair combed back, looking all fly like a playboy, like he out there looking for ass. He looks like he just his Bruce Wayne looks like he discovered Hot Topic.
This man said he out here trying to look for ass.
No,
all right,
here,
anyways.
Here, let's watch the trailer and discuss it afterwards. Or Jesse, if you can see it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna watch it.
Just listen to it then.
Yeah, okay, I'll glance at it every now and then.
So okay, I'm not gonna lie. The whole repeating theme of like I kept thinking the fucking Darth Vader theme was going to play.
You know what? I didn't get any sound, so I didn't hear shit.
Oh, I'm sad.
But I saw
It's
the
okay.
trailer already.
It's
Okay.
okay. I was playing it vice versa on my computer, and I swear to God, it almost lined up the minute that you click play. But either way, Selena Kyle looks fucking okay. I
Yeah,
can
Do
deal
they
with that.
say?
Yeah,
Okay, so it's obvious that it's Selena Kyle, but do they say it's Selena Kyle?
it is.
Yeah,
Selena Kyle.
it's Selena Kyle.
No. Well, okay. No,
Oh.
I know it's Selena Kyle. You can tell.
No,
But I was
do
wondering,
they
like,
actually say in the trailer?
Yeah.
No, they don't say name in the trailer, but the actress is playing Selena Kyle.
yeah, it's so obvious. They showed a dude who I promise you is Oswald Cobblepot.
No, yeah, Colin Firth is Oswald Cobblepot.
I feel
Cool.
like the movie has a lot of potential to be good, but like they're gonna put a lot into this movie because they show like, okay, the Joker's kind of already a thing in this universe.
Which I respect.
That's what I'm thinking too. I think that those guys are Joker thugs, if not pre-Joker thugs.
I feel like the Joaquin Phoenix Joker movie is gonna like connect to this or something.
It has to. At this point, it has to. Like, there's
But
no other way. Why?
yeah, like it would make sense. I mean, I feel like if they're not careful, a lot of people have already seen the early screenings and they're like, "Oh my god, it's the greatest Batman movie since the last Batman movie."
Which was
And when I say
like,
Batman movie, I meant solo Batman movie for the people going like,
so the
Batman
Nolan,
v
the Christopher
Superman
Nolan.
sucks.
Mhm.
Christopher Nolan. But I feel like for like the average casual viewer, if you put too much into it, you're gonna lose their attention.
DC just needs to really step back from Batman because, like, there's other fucking superheroes other than just Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Green Lantern, Aquaman, and fucking Cyborg. Like, I want to see a Cyborg movie. I want to see a fucking Teen Titans movie, for God's sake.
We did get a Cyborg movie. It was called Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Basically, yeah.
But you only got like half of that movie, though. I want a full movie.
Oh, we're never gonna
The
get...
Justice League movie though, like that was such like that movie paid so much respect for Cyborg. Like I've
Yeah.
never really liked Cyborg until I saw that movie. I was like, holy shit, Cyborg is badass.
The
Mhm.
fucking heart and soul of that damn movie, and I respect that. I don't know why.
He is.
That's why.
They described him as a technology god. Technological god.
I wonder why they didn't include so much of it. Oh, that's why, because he's a fucking minority, and Warner Brothers, whoever was in charge of that whole project, was a fucking racist.
Yeah, and he's never gonna work with Warner Brothers ever again, and they're never gonna make a Cyborg movie because
Never.
Warner Brothers
Because it's tainted. It's literally, Cyborg has been tainted.
But with that, Batman, I'm just scared that they're gonna put too much into it, and I agree with you. It's like, God damn it, another Batman movie. We already have a fucking Batman. It's Daredevil over here.
the thing I like about it is that it's actual. Not besides it being nitty and besides it being gritty, it looks like an actual real life. Like a real life Batman, and you can argue and say that the Nolan verse Batman is quote unquote realistic, but this looks actually realistic. Like if someone actually took up the mantle of Batman, because you got a ghetto ass looking Batmobile car. You have
I saw that. I was like,
yeah, you got Pattinson in a suit that looks homemade.
Well, no, you can tell it's not homemade. You can tell. I have to disagree with there because I don't think the suit looks homemade at all. It doesn't look homemade, and it definitely doesn't give off the vibe that it's homemade. Because in the thing is, dude, it's so hard to fully capture a Batman movie because he's detective slash leaving people in the hospital with permanent brain damage. And in
And
this
this
movie,
one-
if you watch the scene, he's getting shot at by like dudes with assault rifles, and he's just like walking past them.
Mhm.
Where in the Nolanverse one, he was more tactical. He was more okay. My suit can take some damage, but it's not gonna save me from every gunshot.
Yeah.
Which is why
And that's
I
where
think
it kind of. No, I'm
I
sorry.
was gonna say, like, I think the suit is reminiscent of when Arkham City and the armored plating.
Yeah.
I think it's like taking elements of that and putting this into the movie, because again, the way this suit looked, I don't know why, but it reminds me of Arkham City when they released it on the Wii U, doing like the armored shit.
Oh yeah.
The armored suit.
Yeah.
Also,
So
also,
I'm thinking that.
also, with him being a billionaire, his concept of homemade is entirely different from like what you're thinking of.
We got some EVA foam and some trash can lids.
Yeah, because I'm not talking about like homemade as in cloth costume, EVA foam, just
Look,
Warbler and whatnot. He's a
whatever-
billionaire. He can his version
Whatever
of
like
homemade.
set paint he's using for his EVA foam armor, I want that fucking paint, because then I will actually be able to go out there and be fucking Iron Man, whatever. Just get myself some jet propulsion. And be
but-
like, oh yeah, all of this is fucking foam.
So I can accept the fact that it's kind of like homemade. I'm doing the quotation thing.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
why they gotta
Billionaire
have the Vin Diesel car?
I actually can answer that.
Okay, go ahead. I'll go after.
The theory is like it's paying homage to like the 1960s Batman.
Mhm.
Like the
Okay.
Adam West, the Adam West early edition, because or how it looked in the early editions of the car and the beginning detective comics. Because
okay, yeah, I can see that.
Batman didn't literally have this like souped up fucking tank mobile thing. It literally was just like a regular Bentley or a regular car or whatever.
Yeah, I can see that. I'm also envisioning this movie to be somewhat sort of like a Batman Year One or Batman Year Two type of movie, where he doesn't have his gadgets, his massive gadgets, or his critically acclaimed Batmobile that we all know and love. That's kind of what I'm thinking is.
You know what I do respect about this Batman though? Like, just like, I'm sorry I didn't like interrupt you, but like I respect the fact that they address the fucking eye makeup underneath the cowl. I love that.
Oh yeah. Yeah, him having the black eye makeup. Yeah, I like that. It makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, because all of a sudden it's like, oh,
I feel like with every Batman movie they address something more each time. Like Christian Bale, it was the neck thing where he had to turn his whole body to look in the opposite direction.
Uh-huh.
And then if that flex the voice, you're he uses the voice so nobody knows it's him.
Yeah, it's also going to be really interesting to see how they utilize the Riddler in this and the Penguin, because we're already getting a Penguin spin-off TV series of this.
What?
Yeah.
Can we not?
DC. No, you know what? DC, you had me, then you lost me. Just fuck off.
Oh yeah, we're already getting a Penguin spin-off series, but they let me see if I can find it. But McFarlane Toys released their foray into this movie's characters. They released the stills for Batman, Catwoman, and Riddler, and I'm trying to find that because it showed what Riddler's gonna look like.
Oh, they already spoiled what he looks like?
Yeah.
That sucks.
I
Here
do
we
like
go.
the fact that Cobblepot in the trailer looks almost like the Cobblepot from the Arkham games.
Yeah, I actually like
What
that.
the
That's pretty
fuck?
impressive.
Yeah, I like it. No, yeah, this is what Riddler is gonna look like.
That
Why does
is
he look
not the
homeless?
Riddler.
He looks like homeless man.
That's so stupid.
don't know.
He looks homeless, dude. He looks like Batman's
Oh.
greatest foe lives on the streets.
Dude, now Jim Carrey's Riddler looks like a fucking god compared to this.
Right?
Why does Catwoman look like a ninja?
Oh my god.
She looks
Oh.
like she trained with the League of Assassins.
Yeah, she literally does.
Okay, so is it the League of Assassins or the League of Shadows? Because they keep changing.
League of Shadows, I'm saying.
Shadow.
League of Shadows. I'm saying a League of Shadows. Fuck whoever says
Okay.
otherwise.
But here's Batman.
You know, I will say this. Actually, the cranium looks a bit weird. Like the headpiece, it looks a bit weird.
It's I'm gonna say it's a lot thinner than what we're used to.
Can he turn his neck? Yeah, he can. And the toy turns his neck.
Yeah, he can turn his neck. But no, yeah, Riddler is the one that threw me off the most because
He looks homeless.
he does. He really does.
He looks like a fucking minion compared to what the actual Riddler is supposed to look
He looks like he needs somebody to spare him a couple of dollars.
This one dude, ice scraper accessory, got to defrost them car windows. No, yeah, it's I don't know what they're thinking with this Riddler, but we'll just have to see.
He looks like he needs a hot meal and a warm bath.
At least Anne Hathaway's Catwoman looks better.
Yeah, but like you have no idea that's fucking Catwoman if you don't know anything about Selena Kyle.
Yeah, right. It's gonna be an
goggles,
interesting.
No fucking wit, like just.
I don't know. Yeah, we'll have to see how.
I'm gonna give it a shot. All right, I'm gonna give it a shot, but oh my god, DC, just stop trying to connect everything. Just reboot everything. Just stop it.
I'm not gonna form an opinion of it until I see the actual movie.
Right.
Because trailers can be they could be deceiving. Look at some of the trailer that they had with Batman for Batman v Superman where he's beating the shit out of those thugs in the warehouse.
Mm-hmm.
That shit looked amazing. And the scene was amazing, but the whole movie, like unless you watch the extended cut, it sucks.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Very, very true. Very true. Yeah. All right.
Other than that, I mean, yeah, DC fandom. I saw the trailer for Shazam 2. I mean, I'm kind of looking forward to it. I saw the first one. I liked it, but again, I'm really not holding my breath for DC movies anymore. The only thing that's really got my attention is just Harley Quinn season 3. That's it.
Yeah. What I've been saying is after Aquaman 2, after Shazam 2, after Black Adam, and
Black Adam looks good. The Rock looks good as Black Adam.
The Rock was born to play Black Adam. Let's be honest. But I'm saying after all those and after the Batman, I think the general audience and fans are gonna finally wake up and see that DC doesn't give a shit about what they think. That that Warner Brothers is just awful with their
Made home.
Nice.
Just so everybody knows I'm home now.
You know what needs to happen.
Hmm.
You know what needs to happen. There. For me, I already know there's like a cartoon series, like a cartoon movie, whatever, coming out, but I just feel like DC just needs to make a live action Injustice movie and just start casting.
No.
Why?
Nope, because they made an animated one and it fucking sucks.
Dude, it was great.
It was so
I haven't seen it
bad,
yet.
dude. It's a 4 out of 10, dude. Don't even bother.
Did you watch it?
Yes, and it sucks. So, dude, I am so pissed, dude.
Dude,
They jammed
really
5 years of history in a 70-minute movie.
Oh my god.
It was really good because they didn't do that. They only crammed 1 year into a 70-hour movie.
Yeah, but you saw
It's
it,
on HBO
dude. They killed off a very big character that shouldn't have died in the first place.
Is it on Max?
No, not yet. You have to torrent it.
Oh my god.
Because they want you to buy it because they know it sucks.
Well,
No,
I
yeah,
know which website I'm going to.
It's base like I said on my TikTok mini review. It's basically year one with the final ending of the game. Like they change up a lot of the story, which makes sense. Like I thought they were going to do a 5-movie arc, but no, it's basically year one, and they wrap it up pretty well.
Do you know why they killed off that one? I don't want to spoil anything. There is one death, and it's a major death. And you know who I'm talking about. His death, they explained why they killed him off. When they were writing the script,
Just go ahead and
they
say it. I
didn't
don't care.
know he was so this character so overpowered. They didn't know they didn't know how to nerf him or anything because they didn't really know anything about the game. So they're like, what is the best way we can make sure this character doesn't fuck with the storyline? Okay.
Just say it. Just say it.
Okay, they killed the Flash.
Yeah.
And because of the Flashpoint, because the writers were so scared that the Flash could look, all the people watching were like, well, the Flash can just travel back in time and stop Superman from doing that. So you know what? We're gonna nerf that. We're just gonna kill him. And the way he dies is such the shittiest. It's the most ridiculous. It is the most upsetting thing I've ever fucking seen in my life. And I have praised DC. I will praise DC's animated movies, their animated series. I will praise a lot of their live action series. I love the comics. I love the video games. The only thing I don't like that DC does is their live action movies. But everything else, even Marvel even Marvel has to catch up with some of their properties because Marvel's video games aren't that great. Their comics are not as good, in my opinion. Honestly, some of their shows aren't as good either. They have some really good shows, but DC they really shine with animation.
Yeah, definitely. That's what I think.
Well, they dropped the ball with Spectacular Spider-Man, but then again, Spider-Man's pretty much their only popular IP that really does well with others.
Well, DC's animated universe, their animated cinematic universe,
animated
was so
universe,
amazing.
Oh yeah, DC needs to stop doing live action and pour all of their money into animation.
But really, Injustice, dude, you could tell this they're I don't know if you liked it, Josh.
I liked it. I really liked it.
But I felt like this was just a cash grab.
Well, obviously, it's an Injustice. It's an animated Injustice movie. It's got to be a cash grab.
Yeah, remember when they made Red Sun?
Yeah.
The comic is a hell of a lot better than the fucking animated thing.
I mean, I didn't really like the comic that much either. But because I've read the comics for Injustice. I've played the video game. I read the Injustice 2 comics. I even played the video game. I'm I love Injustice. And I saw this shit and I was like,
well, yeah, it's not the graphic novels. It's not the video games. They got to do something different.
Yeah, but
it's an adaptation.
And I can accept that. But they killed the Flash with the most bullshit reason, and the way he does die is the most bullshit death I've ever seen, dude. Even you can't defend that, dude. You can't defend that, dude. That was horrible.
Wait a minute.
What?
I forgot. I was told today that they're making a Blue Beetle movie.
Yeah,
they're making a what?
Yeah,
a Blue Beetle movie.
Yeah, that's.
Finally, some Mexican representation.
Been in the works. Been in the works for a while.
Which has me thinking, okay, so then Marvel's gonna come out with the fucking Nova movie at that point, huh?
They said they're never doing that. I don't know. It's a whole thing with them. No, they had the Nova Corps. They nerfed them.
If DC does a live action Blue Beetle movie with Jaime as the Blue Beetle, they're gonna appeal to an entire demographic of people because we don't have any Latino representation.
Mm-mm. No, yeah, I love Blue Beetle. I'm looking forward to it. I think my favorite interpretation of him is the Young Justice version.
Oh yeah, I love that one.
Love it.
Yep.
And season 4 actually came out. It's on HBO Max. I didn't know that.
Fandoms?
Yeah.
Fandoms is already out, but they just announced it.
No, I think it is. I heard it was.
Because it was part of the DC fandom lineup announcement. I didn't. Maybe it is. I'll check. I gotta.
I'm checking right now, but I thought I heard it was. Let me.
I know they announced it. And
Yeah,
they were,
I
like,
know they
talking about it on
announced.
YouTube.
I know they announced it.
Which, by the way,
Pretty
Young
neat.
Justice is just such an underappreciated show.
No,
dude.
yeah,
That
it's
is-
already, it's already
is.
on.
It should be called they are the Teen Titans, but they don't call them the Teen Titans.
No, yeah. Young Justice season 4 just started. It's the first 2 episodes, but it's already up.
Oh, I hate that shit. I
should
hate it
call-
now that fucking networks are doing. I hate that streaming services are doing that shit now. 1 episode per week.
I mean, it keeps the suspense going, but at the same time, it's like
Right. It's
So, I
like,
mean, to
This is
avoid
why I left
spoilers.
cable.
like there are some shows that it works with, and others that you just need to binge.
I
Yeah,
myself, like, if I was to release a series, I would probably do a weekly basis, just because I want to keep people on their toes and I want to see the fan reactions.
Yeah,
Just for that reason.
I'm impatient.
I know.
Me too, but you gotta take what they give.
Exactly.
Can't wait
Plus,
till Cobra.
animators.
Then you know what? DC just needs to buy Cobra Kai and add them to the DC universe.
Cobra Kai, really?
I don't know what they would do, but it would be nice.
Mr. Miyagi on the fucking Batman, wax on, wax off.
They did do a Bruce Lee Batman movie.
Yeah, they did. Enter the Dragon, Batman Enter the Dragon. I still haven't seen that.
I still have
yet.
yet to see that, actually.
I haven't seen it either.
I
I
don't
haven't
know.
heard
Anyways.
any.
Yeah,
Yeah, so Injustice, 4 out of 10 for me.
4 out of 10
Right.
for you, 7 for me.
That's not that.
0 out of 10 because I haven't said anything. I haven't seen it.
Okay. I have a bone to pick with Josh now. When you said you loved it, you made it seem like, oh my god, it's like night and day. 4 and 7 aren't that much of a difference.
Gonna
It's a-
slowly
it's a
back
big-
away
You
out of
hated
this.
it, and you gave it a 4. I enjoyed it, and I gave it a 7.
Okay, if Flash hadn't died, I would give it a 7.
If it was a 5 movie arc, I would have given it a 10.
Dude, if it was at least 3 hours long,
Yes.
fuck, I would have settled for 2 hours. If it was 2 hours long, I would have given it an 8.
You know what, Josh? I'm actually pissed at you
What did I do?
Everything.
because
Shut up.
because you forgot the most important thing that happened this past weekend, the Nintendo Animal Crossing Direct
Now
and the whole 64 shit.
gives
Like,
who gives a fuck about Animal Crossing? No one plays that.
I don't play. I have a PS4, so I'm still trying to get my hands on Far Cry 6.
Hey, bro. I mean, like, if you order from Target, I mean, shit.
Dude, I'm poor right now. I literally have a GoFundMe for people to help me with so I can get a cast on my arm.
Nah,
Yeah.
that's
yeah.
rough. That's fucking rough, actually.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, because it's like $300 for the cast.
Jesus, goddamn.
Thanks, American healthcare system.
Fuck
Thanks.
American healthcare system.
Oh, it's $225 just for the doctor visit.
Jesus.
That's the consultant's price. It's $225 for the first
Jesus.
visit, $300 for the cast, and then $125 for the follow up.
Here, I can fix that for you. For the consultant, it should be a $35 fee. For the cash, it should be a $125 fee, and then everything else should be what were the other
Complimentary.
things?
The cast, the visit, and then the visit for them to take it off. I guess I don't know.
Oh yeah. The visit to take it off, that should be fucking free.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah.
fucking ridiculous.
It really is. Like,
No, but we
goddamn.
put in labor, bitch. I put in the fucking effort to get my body healed. What the fuck you talking about? Fuck American healthcare system.
Yeah, exactly. That's where we're gonna leave with it. Fuck American healthcare system.
That's right. Fuck
Yeah,
America.
a whole nother podcast.
Health system charging me.
Oh my god.
I don't have
Yes.
money. I don't have.
Money I'll never have.
Oh, your debit card declined, and they smashed my hand with a hammer.
I can do
I
that
gotta
for
get better
free.
internet. I gotta get better internet, man.
You gotta hook up your PC to the Ethernet. That's what you gotta
Yeah, you got to
See,
do the
that
LAN, you gotta do
requires-
the actual.
that requires getting like a 200-foot cable.
Not that expensive.
You'd be surprised. You could probably just do it with 100.
Depending on where your modem is, yeah.
Yeah.
I got a 50-foot cable, and the modem's in like 2 rooms over.
I have a 100-foot cable, but I have 50 feet extra. And that's because I ran it along the wall, like following the door, like going down and then side and then up and then.
Yeah, exactly, right. Anyways, that's where we'll leave the episode. It's already 2.5 hours.
Hey, it helped me. It helped me with my trip back to Houston.
I know. I'm glad you're back, safe and sound. I've been seeing you on Facebook. That's cute. Everyone watching the stream, thanks for coming out. Thanks for enjoying the show. JC's gone. His internet just crapped out. Jesse, thanks for coming on.
Hey, always. Make sure everybody checks out my YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. Oh, we have a TikTok now. TikTok.
You do. Nice.
I uploaded because my nephew had a birthday at Chuck E. Cheese's, and the Chuck E. Cheese animatronic kept making eye contact with me, so I recorded it.
That's where you just go Nicolas Cage and destroy them all.
No, like seriously, dude, I recorded like, why the hell is this thing looking right into my soul? It's funny. Thanks for having me, dude. I always look forward to being on here. By the way, okay, I'll talk to you after the show.
Okay, yeah. All right, yeah. So thanks for watching us, guys. VOD watchers, hopefully you had a good time. Check us out next week. I actually have to.
You need to check your calendar because.
No, yeah, I gotta check calendar because Halloween weekend we're not gonna be doing it because we got a D&D horror D&D session. So yeah, next week we'll see you, and that'll be the last one for this month. So yeah, hopefully we see you guys next week for another episode.